to the Drunk Rasslin Lounge.
Yeah.
I'm your host, J.M. McCaffrey. I am joined, as always, by none other than my designated podcaster, Jonesy. Jonesy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Feeling great?
Yep.
Feeling good?
Yep. This is a great run we're on.
It's a great run. I'm having a blast. I'm having a good time.
I love it.
Well, tonight we're taking it up a notch.
Oh,
I wish I had realized. We should have planned. I wish we had planned ahead or thought ahead, or I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter at all. But we're doing Great American Bash on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah.
How cool is that?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
For sure is.
yeah. Works out. So tonight we're doing a watch along. We've been watching the Nitros, and we are on the historic run up to the creation, the debut, the inauguration. Is that a word?
Yep.
Of the NWO, the New World Order.
Presidents.
I mean, kinda.
So
But tonight, on that road, we've been watching all the Nitros building up, and on that road tonight, we run across the Great American Bash 1996. Some huge matches tonight, Jones.
Yeah, it's almost like this was in the plans, right? So we have a little celebrity action almost kind of with Kevin Green. Mm-hmm. The run up to this, the week before, or the week of, I guess.
Kevin Green and Mongo.
Yeah. But Kevin Green's an active player. Mongo's, whatever.
I have no idea.
Former champion.
I have no idea when either of them played.
We have, so the week of this pay-per-view,
Right.
we see Kevin Nash for the first time.
Yep.
Okay, he shows up to Nitro. Scott Hall's been there 2 weeks in a row, just disrupting shit. Kevin Nash shows up. Eric Bischoff lays down the challenge. He says, you guys come to the Great American Bash. You guys can lay out an open challenge, or we'll challenge you, whatever, and we can plan something for Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
So let's see if they show up, because they're invading.
I wonder. Hold on. So they do the Great American Bash, and then they go to Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
The very next.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. What doesn't make sense
Almost,
about that?
I mean, it just almost seems like a little bit of, I don't know what the word is, cross branding or something.
Like maybe you should have put Great American Bash in May and Slamboree in June.
Maybe.
Okay.
Just a little bit of separation. I mean, I guess not, but it just seems like
Bash at the Beach was always kind of its own thing. So
like how
always,
many ideas for names do we have? Just the one. It's a bash.
Yeah. Bash and Brawl. Everything's Bash or Brawl.
Bash or Brawl. And one slam.
And one Starcade. Bash at the Beach was always kind of its own thing, though. So it was always on the beach, right? So it was always like Daytona or Pensacola or one of those deals, right? So it was always its own kind of deal.
And it sounds good. I'm probably overthinking it. Guys, we're on the WWE Network. We are doing a watch along this week. If you want to watch the pay-per-view along with us, we are at 000001 time code. And we are going to play in 3, 2, play.
Yes. Oh, I better turn everything down, right? Oh, it's still down from last time.
Still down from last time.
Nailed
See, we're
it.
good. Nailed
Heenan.
it. You're on top. I bet
Heenan
he's saying something super interesting. He's fired up, man.
He's Ric Flair and Arn Anderson's coach.
Yeah.
And across the ring from him's Macho Man, right? He's the
Yes.
coach of Mongo and Kevin Green. Kevin Green looks like $1 million. Has no idea what he's doing. He's still got a rat tail.
Mongo looks like he had $1 million and a crazy weekend. and
Speaking of crazy weekends and $1 million, Ric Flair.
Oh, look at with that backlight. His hair's like green and yellow, red and yellow. It looks like with that
in the
backlight.
pool, friend. Oh, the Big Show.
Dude, these openings are great. These are like the. This reminds me of the Royal Rumble openings where they used to do. Everybody. 29 other men. I'm coming for you.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm going to throw out 29 other men right now over the top rope, and I'll be the last man standing.
I think we nailed that. I'm pretty sure we nailed that. Tough guy.
We'd have been the most over in 1982.
Hell yeah, we would have been.
And this was 96.
I would have been 2, you'd have been 1. But hey, look at that tuxedo T-shirt. Good job, guy. Proud of you.
Dressed up for the occasion, dude. This is a great American Bash.
You he's got a job interview right after this. So. You got. Oh, hey, Sergeant Craig Pittman, guys.
Oh,
Tin Hood.
He's in full dress khakis. It's a greens.
Dress greens, blues. I don't know.
Oh,
Those
we're doing
blues. Is he a Marine? He's an Army, right? I don't know.
Bro, I don't know.
Thank you for your service.
I support all the troops. I don't pick and choose.
I hope he was actually a troop and not just a wrestler.
I'm sure he was.
Okay.
Sure.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Oh, that dude legit looks like the Macho Man.
Yeah,
that's really the Macho Man.
That's 100% a guy we know too who dresses up like Richie. Shout out if you're watching. So there you are.
Shout out to Sweet Cheeks Richie.
Oh, that guy's unimpressed with Sergeant Craig Pittman. Man, arms crossed. Not impressed. I'm proud of you, Sergeant Craig. So we saw Sergeant Craig last 2 weeks ago.
Have we seen him a couple weeks?
Yeah,
we saw him. We saw him the week Disco Fever gave up to him. Disco Inferno had to quit before he couldn't dance anymore. Don't act like you didn't love it.
It takes the fun out of
the
everything.
Best. What are you talking about? That was best finish 96.
You're right. It was. All of 96.
Sergeant Pittman grabbed that wrist. He tapped the wrist. He tapped out right away because he had to be able to dance.
Yeah, you're right. If your wrist is broke, you can't dance.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh baby.
So okay, we got Tony Schiavone, Dusty Rhodes,
the American Dream,
and
baby.
the reason we have this pleasure is Eric Bischoff has to do an interview later.
Okay.
And Dusty Rhodes is there because Bobby Heenan's the corner man for Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Nobody needs a corner man more than Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Right. Well, they've only got Woman and Miss Elizabeth out there.
Right.
So without
it's not like they have
Bobby
them
Heenan,
two
who
and
else?
Deborah McMichael.
Yeah, right.
You know, so they need a third person. Man, we should be listening to this, but we can't hear it.
Well, we're I mean, you know,
copyright and stuff.
I don't know, man. We've all heard Dusty Rhodes. Of all the things I love listening to Dusty do, commentary was always low on that list.
Yep. So they do a thing on here where Dick Murdoch had just passed away.
Oh.
And Tony says, I think this might be happening right now. He was a good friend of yours, right? And Dusty's like, he's really proud of everything that's going on right now, and I just know he is.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, they were good friends, man.
Yeah, right.
I hope that was the eulogy you delivered for him.
I love Dusty Rhodes, and I say this with all due respect to Dusty. I don't think he ever learned how to put other people over. Like if there was one, you know, not that he wouldn't work with people, not that he couldn't go out and have a good match with anybody, but if there was one criticism for Dusty Rhodes, Dusty was getting Dusty over, and if you were good enough,
other guys over by virtue of being in the ring with Dusty.
Yes, if you were good enough to hold your own and keep yourself over, you could ride that Dusty wave,
which worked almost 95% of the time.
Well, how often you didn't see Dusty against too many low card guys, right. And but also, you know, that's why I never liked his commentary. He always felt, you know, stilted or almost like he was trying to put people over like through gritted teeth. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, I guess he's good enough.
These Steiner, they okay. They're okay.
Ain't no Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Hey, so I mean, Dark Side of the Ring's been going on. Been watching it.
Yep.
They did an episode a few weeks ago, whatever, probably years ago, whenever you guys are watching this, but about the Road Warriors. And apparently Scott Norton and Hawk grew up on opposite ends of the track, and in their respective neighborhoods, they were the toughest guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? What world is that?
Detroit.
Here's our tough guy. Here's your tough guy. Oh, we're just not going to fight because we might annihilate all of Minneapolis if we do.
That the immovable fourth meeting, the irresistible object, baby.
Yeah, it'll look like a Zack Snyder Superman film when they're done with it. Like there's going to be buildings on the ground. Yeah, that was nuts. I had no clue.
Dude, speaking of,
sorry.
You're fine. What about Scott Norton and Ice Train, dude? That's a lot of beef, man.
Yeah. Well, and at this point, look at Scotty Steiner. I mean, he's just. I think steroids are out of wrestling right now because he did them all.
There's none left for anybody else.
Nobody else could do any.
That's why Luger's looking so small.
Yeah, that's why he slimmed down so much. I mean, but think about it. Think about WrestleMania 9, which was 3 years prior to this. To this, man. Like, he's just bigger everywhere, man. He's huge. Still didn't lose a step though.
No,
really didn't.
And you gotta wonder in his very, very meager defense. I mean, you gotta wonder how much of that is just coming from being a real wrestler to now, I just got to look good now. You know what I mean? Because I mean, Rick Steiner didn't change not a bit from now to then.
No.
No. So.
But Rick Steiner looks more like he could be an MMA fighter than Scott does.
Yes, for sure.
You know,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Which is kind of my point. You know, like who knows what training? I didn't train with either of them, but just making that change when you got a guy who's as thoroughbred an athlete as Scott Steiner, when he makes the switch from performance to cosmetics, you know what I mean, or aesthetics or whatever. Sure.
And I think maybe what's most impressive about that is the amount of mass he gained, and at this point he hadn't lost any mobility whatsoever.
Yeah, for sure.
He was as good as ever.
Yep.
It was a few years later that he just stopped giving a shit. I mean, he still dropped people on their heads here. But he always did that.
Well, he threw people.
Yeah.
What was that?
Didn't care.
Not even a
Scott Norton rolls through shit, dude.
I guess he does, man. He's Rick Steiner. Like, when did you ever see Rick Steiner go for a schoolboy before? Ooh.
I was going to complain about Scott Norton's Irish whip right then, but I'm like,
why would you?
No, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, don't.
He could just whip whoever he wants.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
He's probably shoot whipping all these guys.
A weak chop probably caved in his entire chest.
Scott Norton, man. Scott Norton and Ice Train, they're big dudes, and they're not particularly, they're not cut up. They're not even. I mean, to call them like super muscular, they don't necessarily look super muscular.
They look like strongmen.
They look like strongmen. They both look like wrecking balls, man.
Oh yeah.
Like if they walk into a bar, you look at them and you go, man, how do you hurt that guy?
I can remember thinking back to when I watched this originally, like when it aired and stuff. Nobody I knew thought that Scott Norton would be the guy who lasted longer out of those two.
Yeah.
Because it seems like Ice Train's got more charisma. He's bigger somehow. I don't know that he's necessarily more athletic, but he's not like Ahmed Johnson awful. you know what I mean? Like he's enormous, and I think he's more charismatic. He probably couldn't talk any better. That wasn't a great elbow.
No,
he's not helping me defend him. That was fine, but he always seemed like the guy who was going to come out of that tag team as
he's just a little more
the guy who might have been a star.
He's a little more lively. I know what you're saying. Scott Norton has a little bit more of that, like, stone not Stud. And I don't want to say. I mean, I was going to say Stone Cold, but not like Steve Austin Stone Cold.
Yeah, but
like Iceman. He's a little more
stone-faced.
You almost feel like they needed to have been reversed.
Right.
Like Scott Norton's a little more ice cold and a little more stone faced and a little more, and Ice Train's a lot more fiery and a little more lively. And they probably thought that's what they probably thought they were being clever. Oh, what if they're the opposite?
Yeah, sure.
And ultimately, I don't think it matters one way or the other, but for sure, I see what you're saying.
Well, you think too about in the context of tag team wrestling, like a lot of us are stuck thinking about the WWE, especially in the '90s. Like the tag teams in WCW at this time are. The champions right now are Luger and Sting.
Right.
Like, it is an awesome amount of talent.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about before, the tag team division mattered in WCW.
Yeah.
And it never did. Vince McMahon never... whoa.
He don't care, dude.
Dude.
Yep.
Scott
almost
Steiner.
Wasn't a tag team division.
Scott Steiner
almost paralyzed all of them.
Scott Steiner just grabbed Scott Norton... and chucked him, man. And that's a big man to chuck, dude. That was insane. And Scott
Maybe that's
Norton...
why he did all the steroids in the world.
I got a suplex.
Yeah.
I got a suplex.
I got this match coming up against Ice Train and Scott Norton, so they're pretty solid.
I trained for 2 years so I could throw them around, maybe hurt one of them. I like the idea that's his goal.
Yep.
Scott, just dump him out. Oh no, Scott Norton comes off Scott Steiner comes off the top rope. Scott Norton catches him, barely. I thought he was gonna throw him over the top rope.
He should have.
Receipt.
Good
luck.
I gotta think, even as badass as Scott Norton is, like, I feel like probably most of the people around there are afraid of Scott Steiner at this point. Not because he's a bad motherfucker. Like, I mean, he really is. He legit is, and he's kind of crazy too. So, like, at that point in time, you're like, well, I don't think I want to make this guy mad. I mean, and who knows what Rick's capable of?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for real. Dog-faced gremlin. Mm-hmm. Well, there's also that sometimes when you take a bad bump in the ring, you don't have time to think about it or get mad at it. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And probably, and I've taken plenty of bad bumps, and I was perfectly able to protect myself, and I just continued with the match, and sometimes somebody afterwards would be like, "You okay, man? That one thing," and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't even notice." Now, I get way more angry when somebody hits me too hard. than I do when somebody throws me or drops me bad.
Don't I know?
Like if somebody throws me, not that I get thrown all that much.
Yeah, sure. No, same here, but yeah. I probably have the same experience. Like somebody hits me wrong, that makes me way madder. Because that always seems more like it's calculated. The other seems like an accident.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. Rick Steiner just kicking Scott Norton full in the face. Like, that seems... Like why would you... Like, you gotta be...
He sold the kick
you
to
just
the
gotta
chest.
You gotta be all in on fuck the world. Like, you're kicking Scott Norton in the face like that.
His 97-inch chest. That's where he kicked him and broke the hole.
I'll get up.
Okay. He's got me.
He just didn't want to get kicked in the face like that again.
No doubt.
Oh, did they get the blind tag on that?
They got the blind tag.
Oh, okay, so the Steiner brothers.
Those ace.
Here comes.
Oh, yeah. Suplex. Oh, man.
That was on Norton, though.
How do you take them?
Bad German suplex. Not super bad, just ugly, because Scott Norton didn't want to take it. What Ice Train? What are you guys doing?
Ice Train doesn't know.
Rick
Steiner's probably not calling anything to him.
Rick Steiner's just in there doing stuff.
I'll tell you, that bad back bump. Ugh, gosh, that was awful.
That was pretty ugly, man.
I had a different thing to say before that happened, but I forgot it. That back bump bled it out of my brain. Here we go.
Tell you.
Some kind of
time
finish.
For the spike.
We're going to put the bigger guy on the rope because he can sort of jump off of it.
Yeah,
hey, just let him in there.
Fall off of it.
Scott, what?
These guys have just given up.
I think you could have stopped him, though, Norton.
I feel like these guys have just given up.
Oh, jeez.
Like they got in there. I don't know if they're mad at somebody.
Oh, yes.
Doomsday device?
Let's do it. Oh, no. Oh.
He just pushed his foot off.
Yeah, he did.
So they've just completely, they're just like, never mind.
Oh.
DDT. You going to do anything,
Ice
Ice Train?
Here? Ice Train? Cool.
Oh, Ice Train, double axe handle on
I don't
Rick
think
Steiner.
Anybody came up with a finish for this match.
And Scott Steiner's in the wrong corner for the tag. They're just in a different corner now.
But Nick Patrick does what he wants.
Nick Patrick. Well, you'd do what you want if you were Nick Patrick.
That's right, I would.
He's the biggest man in the ring.
Yeah, he sired an entire baseball team.
Oh, Ice Train
With
breaks
a
it up
DH.
again.
Ice with a DH. Yeah!
Oh,
it's
yes.
over. It's over.
Yes, the not a Frankensteiner.
Double pin.
It's a double pin. No, it's not. Rick's in the
God.
ropes. Who came up with that finish?
I'm
They
glad
need fired.
Scott didn't kill himself.
They should have
on
just done the same finish as Pittman and Disco.
that? Yeah,
That would have been way better.
I agree.
So we had Scott Steiner with the worst Frankensteiner he's ever given on Scott Norton, which, to be fair, Scott Norton probably didn't know what a Frankensteiner was. Like, there's no way Scott Norton has ever taken a Hurricane.
I'm going to guess with the way the last minute of that match played out, nobody called Frankensteiner to him. Scott just whipped him.
Scott Steiner just thought he could do it himself.
I want that giant coat back there. Look at, man, Kevin Sullivan looks great.
He looks
I just
lean.
remember him being pot-bellied. Maybe he's just sucking
He's
it
just dude, he's barrel chested, man.
Yeah, he really is.
He's just got that body. Like I feel like even if he had 6-pack abs, he would still look like he had a belly. You know?
Yeah,
He just got that kind of build to him.
I can see that. Who's Gene yelling at?
He's getting
We have no
somebody
audio.
Get him out of the locker room.
Like and subscribe and comment,
Hey,
please.
we're gonna have to just
Oh
start.
no, he yelled at somebody for smoking back there. I think.
Oh.
Get that cigarette out of here.
Was it the Big Show?
I don't know.
Was the Big Show? Remember when the Big Show was smoking
I
the
do.
ring? It must have been.
That was right before he left WCW, I think. Guys, this is what we've been waiting for right here. What do you put on second on this show? A real fight.
Well, I'm pretty sure the last 5 minutes of that last match were a real fight.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
We're just leading into that.
This is something special. We're gonna have a tough time talking through all this. I'll tell you that.
I'm not gonna have a tough time talking.
Are you sure? It's awesome.
It's so good.
Like you're gonna be slack-jawed for a while, just like what? Who booked this shit? Who let this go on?
That guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's his idea.
Yeah. Let me and Benoit fight for real. Okay. All right. Well. Put that cigarette out.
Thanks, Gene.
Oh. That's not this match.
So it's not yet.
This
U.S.
is the US
heavyweight
heavyweight
champion.
champion
This
right
is
now.
Sting, right?
No,
Sting
he's a
and-
tag
Sting and
team
Regal?
champ.
No.
Oh,
who's
is
the-
it Sting and Regal?
I thought Sting was the U.S. heavyweight champion. Maybe not.
Well, maybe he is. He's got
We're
two
gonna see in a
championships.
minute. Here comes. Who's this? El Tigre. El Gato. El Gato.
It's Ming with a cat mask on, guys.
That is not Ming with a cat mask.
It is.
There is no
The
way.
most racist thing I've ever said in my life.
It's up there. There's no way Ming's epic super mullet could
Would
fit
fit
in
under
that
that
mask, dude.
Oh man.
I mean, that dude's got his long hair going, but
That's El Gato, dude.
he is favorite luchador.
He is Mini Ming. Mini Ming.
Why would we even have this match on here, man?
Conan.
Oh, Conan.
That's why.
Dude.
That's a great mask.
If
though.
I had, man, Conan.
Looks exactly the same without a
Has-
mask on.
n-
You're right.
Well, hey, yes. I think Conan might be my least favorite wrestler of all time.
What other he's got like a AAA championship there, doesn't he?
I'm pretty sure he had all the AAA championships.
Well, yeah, I know.
Like,
but he brought all these guys in, right? He brought in Ray.
He
brought
was
in
the
everybody.
connection that brought in all the luchadors.
So that's good.
Man,
didn't ever care about him myself.
I can't think of a wrestler I like less than Conan. Like there are bad wrestlers that I like more than Conan.
Wow.
There are wrestlers I don't want to watch that I like more than Conan. I like
Wow.
I like the Sandman more. I like. Ready? Hold on. I'm about to drop it.
Okay.
I like New Jack more than I like Conan. I mean, I'd rather wrestle Conan.
Yeah.
Than like.
Well, I mean,
because I don't like getting stabbed.
Everybody on Earth. And if you're adverse to watching somebody try to murder somebody, then I would say you like Conan better.
I would much rather watch New Jack come out and stab up a dude than watch these shitty Conan luchador matches.
It's Ming. Look at him. Yep.
Dude, Ming was that.
Elgato's like Ming.
Fat, dude. Look at Elgato's arms.
He's not as big as Ming. I know.
Ming's arms are the size of that guy's chest.
I feel like Elgato's a person that we're glossing over. I'm going to look this up.
Well, what do you mean we're glossing over?
I mean, like, he's like a legend somewhere, right?
I mean,
he has to be. There's no other reason he's there.
I like Elgato better than Conan.
I know you do. You just said you like even New Jack better. Hey, Best Buy has an Elgato, which is like a battery charger.
I think I like both Public Enemies better than I like Conan.
We're gonna. You know who that is?
Who is it?
That's fucking Pat Tanaka.
Elgato's Pat Tanaka.
That's Pat Tanaka.
Awesome. Oh, good.
We learned how to take arm drag bumps from this guy.
$75 arm drags. Took us 3 days to learn.
He's only like 43 here.
Only?
No, he's only 33. I can do math well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it? Because we met him after this.
Right.
And he was only like
4 years after this.
He was only like 38? 30.
Yeah. We were all barely 20.
Yeah.
And he showed up. He felt like he was 100 years old when we trained with him. But he was 40, so
he's in better shape than this, though.
He was twice our age.
He's in better shape than this. Yeah.
Was he? I mean,
I don't know, maybe
not.
not.
Can you be sure?
No, we can't.
I don't remember seeing him without his shirt on.
I have terrible memory. He smoked a lot. Had a lot of cigarettes with him.
Yeah?
Yep.
I did not.
I partook.
I was just annoyed we spent 3 days on arm drags.
Well, we all were.
And he never taught us his backwards cross shot. He promised. That was the first day he told us he was going to teach us that. Then we spent 3 days learning arm drags.
He did bump his ass off though, like fast. He could fast.
He was
bump.
Yeah, you could fast bump. We tried.
I can't believe that's Pat Tanaka. That's awesome.
I'm shocked.
That's
like
awesome.
when he was coming out,
we're gonna call all of our friends later.
I'm not.
No, we're not.
When he was coming out, I thought he looked
familiar because you thought he was Ming.
Well, no, I thought he looked Asian. You know what I mean? To be called
right,
like to be Elgato. I was like, that's not. He's not an L.
He's whatever the Asian word for the is. What's the cat in Asian?
Comment below. Let us know.
Sorry, guys.
And then call us racist.
Yeah. Sorry for calling Pat Tanaka Ming.
Maybe he's like Ken Jeong on Community. Why not math? Why am I teaching Spanish?
I know.
I want to hear about what an honorable, inscrutable man I am.
We're getting canceled from YouTube. YouTube's cutting us off.
How and for what?
I don't know.
For quoting community?
They got way worse shit on there than us, but hell. We'll be the ones who get shut down. That's a neat back roll, though. Oh, God.
Dude, is this match over yet? You know what?
Why aren't we drinking?
Why aren't we doing a tasting?
We should be. You're right.
Jonesy.
We've made it too far in this match because I had to find out who El Gato was. Sorry.
And I was too busy naming people I like or more than Conan, which is just everybody. But Jonesy, I got something for us to try tonight. Something I've been wanting to try for a while. And just never quite got around to pulling the trigger on. A little more generally so. Like this particular bottle is not one I've been wanting to try. But I have been really wanting to try a Texas whiskey.
Yeah.
I've not had a Texas whiskey before. So I got us a Texas whiskey tonight.
I play a shitload of Red Dead Redemption, so I'm all in.
I
Cowboy
do not.
shit.
How's that nose? How's it smell?
Something.
Uh-oh. It's a little...
It kind of smells spicy.
A little spicy.
Yeah.
Little boozy.
Yeah.
Is this, I think this is a higher proof. This is TX blended whiskey.
82
Oh, it's only,
proof?
82 proof.
So it's about a
Firestone.
bourbon or a blended.
Yeah, Firestone and Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of boring nose.
Yeah, kind of boring.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's different.
yeah.
That's real different.
It's like candy.
Very sweet.
Good God
It's
Almighty!
got a very... What is that?
Caramely. It's caramel.
It's
Are you sure it's not caramel?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking a little more... Oof. I mean, it's definitely caramely. I was thinking it almost went a little more...
That's the finish.
mapley.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some of that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's
It's right there. Yeah, it is. It's
That's
weird.
real good.
I'd like to have that cold, honestly.
Ice it up.
That might be my next. That might be my next guy.
Have some. Mm.
Oh, this is where Sting and Okerlund make fun of Steven Regal for being gay.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, 96.
Thanks, guy in the pink face makeup, for making fun of the other guy being
Hey, no
gay.
doubt, man. I'm going to go ahead and have some of this here.
Hit me.
Gotcha.
About a yay for me, too. Nice.
Yay?
Yep.
Let that shit. Actually, I have not updated our infinity
Oh, yeah,
bottle.
we got to get the 10 cup in there, too. We opened the 10 cup on a different episode. You guys should watch everything we do. You guys should really look out for the red label.
You want to remind everybody what the infinity bottle is for?
The Infinity Bottle is a collection of every whiskey we try that's not flavored. Flavoreds go in the maple leaf, like Bret Hart would want it. The Infinity Bottle is for every whiskey we try. We pour a little bit in of everything we try here on the show, and then at the end of something, we're going to drink out of it. And it's probably going to be terrible, but we're looking forward to it anyway.
Mania next year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When we get all the way around the horn to Mania,
Around the horn.
So
if you guys have been with us the whole time, we got everything in there. I think everything. We didn't miss anything.
Everything since the Mania show.
Right.
We started at the Mania show.
Right, that's right. That's right. Cheers to that again, man.
Cheers to that.
I enjoy it.
It's pretty good. Texas whiskey for the W.
TX. Wee. W's.
Makes me want to try some more. There's like Balcones, and they had a.
I didn't know that was a big thing.
You know what? They had a
DDP.
This is the Texas whiskey. They had a Texas bourbon that now I'm excited to try.
Yeah, that same
brand.
Same,
TX, the TX Texas bourbon.
Wow. Yeah, I'm all in on that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the MSRP of one of those? Price.
Oh, the price?
Manufacturer suggested
it was like
price.
I don't know, 30, 20, 26.99, something
See,
like that.
guys, how much money we spend
to
to entertain you guys.
See, normally,
like and subscribe.
Normally, I up to this point,
mellow corn. That's what we get.
I've been pretty adamant about buying the cheapest crap I can find.
Right.
But
they know.
I think you know.
I do know for sure. Mellow corn, cool.
What's wrong with mellow corn, man?
Look at the bottle, Jaron. Like
I like the mellow corn.
Our friends at home, just hold it up.
Oh,
would you guys buy that?
I bet.
Not you, Dave.
I bet somebody listening right now has a bottle of mellow corn now.
Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagwell versus
ran.
DDP.
Ran to the ring.
DDP. Hey, look at Buff.
Buff,
young
man.
And
remember when he got arrested in Springfield? We live in Springfield, by the way. It's a tiny town.
Bruh.
Sorry.
You just gave it up.
I know, and the Saudis are coming after me.
The Saudis are coming for you. And you just told them basically
the zip code. Damn it.
You gave it up. You're in trouble now.
I think I did on that episode, dude.
No,
I said, "Come at me, Saudis." Saw my goddamn head off.
You didn't. It's been like a. It's been like
been a while.
It's been like a progression. I'm saying like every couple episodes you drop a hint, and now you told them where.
Well, come to where Buff Bagwell got arrested in '98.
Yeah, the Springfield where Buff Bagwell got arrested.
Yeah, there's a million Springfields.
That's probably all of them.
That's true. We didn't narrow it down at all. Let's see. 35 states have a Springfield. Buff's been in all of them. Damn it! Foiled again by that drunk Jonesy.
Oh, man.
We only get a few of these out of Jaron every night. All right.
This
DDP.
Match, these guys are going for it, man. This match is actually pretty fun.
DDP, 67 years old here. Did you guys know that? It was 30 years ago. He's still 67.
Every time Jones would bring up Great American Bash 1995, somebody gonna talk to me about DDP. DDP 76 years old when he fought Buff Bagwell.
He whipped Joe Lewis's ass, though.
That's true. He did whip Joe Lewis' ass.
Awesome. We're so good at this. Man, dude, I love DDP's career. It's one of my favorites. Like he's huge.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I just own a nightclub.
Yep.
And a pink Cadillac once. Rhythm and Blues can drive to the ring in my Cadillac, and then he parlays that into a wrestling career, man. Like, that's so
He didn't
cool,
parlay that into a wrestling career.
No, I just mean,
that was his first.
Off. Like,
he worked his ass off. He got into it because he would give Jake Roberts free drinks.
Yeah.
like let's be clear about how he actually got into the business. He would feed Jake Roberts for free every time he came through his club, and
Scott Hall. Didn't Scott Hall bounce for him, right?
Well, I think Scott Hall bounced for him. I think, but Scott Hall then went and became a wrestler on his own.
Okay.
Or Scott Hall was bouncing when he was a wrestler. I don't know exactly. Somebody else did research on that. I'm not sure. But he would feed like anytime any of the wrestlers came through, they all went to DDP's place because he was a huge mark, and he would let them all drink for free, as long as they hung out with him and made him feel like part of the gang. But he became friends with Jake Roberts, and then Jake Roberts helped him get into the actual business.
So he's a money mark who learned how to bump.
Basically. He
but
managed
really
first.
Good, and that's even better.
He started off. He got in. He was doing announcing stuff, and then he became he did it all backwards.
Yeah,
and late in life, because he was an announcer first, and then he managed the Freebirds for a little bit, and he was a foot and a half taller than all the Freebirds.
Yeah.
Because they didn't
Gordy.
have they didn't have Gordy with him at that point.
Oh, well,
he was the manager for Michael Hayes and the other the other Garvin.
Yeah. Gorgeous Jimmy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy Garvin. And he stood a foot and a half taller than both those guys. So he'd have to he talks about how he'd have to stand behind them and with his feet spread real wide so he looked like he was the same height.
You can't be as tall as Bam Bam.
Right.
Which,
but that's why,
like you said, wasn't there. But
that's why he started managing Scott Hall, because Scott Hall was like, why you manage those little guys? You need to manage somebody like me who's taller than you. So then he managed
the Diamond Stud.
Mm-hmm. And then he became a wrestler. And he's good, man. That's what always
so
blows.
good.
He's
not as good as he ended up being here, but he's
not refined.
So good, man.
He's not refined.
No, but this is what the late '90s brought us.
Yes,
that's what you wanted to see.
Yes,
you wanted to see an everyman. You wanted to see a brawler. You wanted to see somebody who wasn't polished.
Right.
Get it done.
I think there's a lot, man. You know, there's a lot to not being polished.
Yeah.
You know, and actually,
especially anymore, man.
Yeah, man. Everybody now, all the modern wrestlers, they're so polished. Like it. I don't mean this negatively, and I think polish is a good. I think it's good to be polished. I think it's. I miss guys that aren't polished. You know what I mean? Like when I want everybody polished, I don't want everybody to look polished. How about that?
Yeah, sure.
You know,
sure.
And it almost takes.
Or you want guys to be able to find that other gear where they're so mad that they're fighting.
Yeah,
you know,
I definitely want that. I think everybody should have that, whether you're polished or not. But I also think there's something to the guys that just don't look that polished. You know what I mean? You know, think about watching Stone Cold, and he was so sloppy and stumbling all over the ring, and I don't know that it was ever, you know what I mean? What?
I was watching that.
Oh, okay. That not a tombstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on here? Head scissors.
Scissors. Nope. I'm just gonna fall on you.
I think he's wearing skateboard elbow pads too.
Probably.
Like Tony Hawk gave him those.
Well, DDP is like a legitimately cool dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he was cool then. He's still cool now, man. I do his yoga, and he's I watch him. I check out his Facebook posts and stuff, and he's just a cool guy.
Well,
he
just
keeps
the
up
shit
with
he's
stuff.
done for other guys. Like I mean, nobody here is going to argue that. Like. And his trajectory in the business, like it's so unique. It's so cool. It really is, man.
Well,
like, you see him here, and you see him in 2 years, main eventing, right?
Yeah.
He's. I don't know how old he is. Like I think he's 40 here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody does.
Close
nobody,
at least.
Nobody fucking does that ever.
No.
He's married. He's married to one of the most beautiful women in the world at this point.
Yeah.
Like the dude.
He lived a life, man.
He lived a life, and
he's still living a life.
Yeah, he sure is, man.
He hasn't stopped.
Like he just, it's such a cool career. Such a cool career. You know. Buff, on the other hand.
And this is the point. Like this match. We've talked completely over this match about DDP. And not about Buff, because Buff doesn't end up going very far. But like this is the
Buff's
point.
on a tag team at this point.
Buff's in a tag team at this point, but he's good, man. He's young, he's good. You know, he's got that kind of Shawn Michaels flair here. You know, at this point in his career, you know he's cleaner than everybody. He's got a little something extra. He's got the body for it. He's got the athleticism for it. I mean, we know it doesn't quite go there.
But yeah.
But he also, to be fair, he also gets his neck broke.
Yeah.
And who knows what would have happened.
Not too long after
this.
No,
it's
right?
Well, it's got to be at least a little while, right? Because the NWO was in full swing before he.
But was he in the NWO when he got his neck broke?
No, he came back
and joined
them right away.
So, yeah.
But it's not like he was.
That would have been like early to mid '98, though.
Right.
I think so. It wasn't long after this that he got his neck broke.
No, not long.
Yeah.
Not long.
Yeah.
You know, it's also tough for me to remember, and I think we've talked about this a time or two. I did Diamond Cutter. It's over.
Take your time pinning him too, man. It's done. I love it,
dude. He had one of the most established finishes in the company, man. Like even like at this point, like all the way through. You know what I mean? Like when he would hit that, it was over.
That was it. Yep.
I'll get the Battle Bowl ring.
He's got the ring.
Put the ring on.
That's what that was up for grabs.
Oh,
was
it up for grabs?
Him, yeah. If Buff would have beat him, he would have got the ring, dude. I forgot about that.
I think you need a ring.
Bang. I do.
Think we need to make you a ring that you can put up for grabs.
I think that's true. That's true. Nothing's ever been more true. Trying to hook that fisherman suplex. I don't know what he did. He should have done Blockbuster like a man.
No, he was.
That was my favorite.
He did the perfect plex at that point.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow, man, I love the Blockbuster. Now the Blockbuster.
The Blockbuster was a cool finish.
Normal fare.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
DDP. Here's the Giant. Oh, he's got your jacket on now. I like that he changes his jackets for all the promos. Dude, Jimmy Hart.
He's one of the best managers of all time.
Hate Jimmy Hart.
Just for that reason.
In a good way.
Hey,
I hate Jimmy Hart. You know, I like Jimmy Hart better than Conan, but I hate Jimmy Hart like in a good way. You know, like I hate him. I hate him the way he wanted to be.
Do you like him better than New Jack?
Jimmy Hart?
Yeah.
Much.
Okay, thank God.
How much?
Well, you told me you'd rather watch New Jack than Conan earlier.
I stand by that.
Still worried.
I stand by that.
I'm gonna get killed
tonight. I'm not idolizing New Jack. Like New Jack.
We don't know that, Jaron.
New Jack's. I'm telling you right now.
We don't know if you just turned a corner in your life and like, you know what? New Jack had it all figured out.
I didn't say New Jack was one of my favorites. I said I like Conan. I like New Jack better than Conan.
I ain't proud of it.
He is proud. I'm violent. I hurt you.
Hey, my 8-year-old daughter, big into the Big Show on Netflix, which is a Disney show.
Oh,
right?
I haven't watched that yet. No, don't bother.
Maybe skip it. I don't know.
Okay,
it's fine.
Your daughter's into it, though.
Yeah. That's who it's for, though. It's for her.
Oh, okay.
But there's an episode where it's like him and Mick Foley and Rikishi, and it's like, and she's like, Rikishi put his face or his butt in Dad's face, you know, like that whole deal. But I showed her this the other night. I'm like, hey, come here and look at this. See if you can tell who this is. She's like, is that the Big Show? I was like, yeah. She's like, what? Think about it.
His jaw's still got 3 inches to expand at this point.
Yeah, he's 22 here, and he's
bad. So bad.
He's bad at wrestling, but looks great.
He looks great.
Never looks that great again. As the time goes by. Man, when he
WCW Cruiserweight title.
When he learned how to work, oh man, this is a good one.
Is it a good one?
It is.
It's Ray.
19-year-old Ray, or 20-year-old Ray. That's all he is here.
He's not old enough to drink.
No.
He's probably drunk now. I may be one to talk, but I'm on a podcast,
and
not on my way to the ring.
Yeah, we didn't wear pink masks. Hey, guy.
What do you got against pink masks, Jonesy?
Well, that's what Steven Regal would wear. Ray looks bigger in that ring. That he does all jacked now, you know.
Yeah. Well, WCW uses a smaller ring than WWE does.
Yeah, absolutely. And it always bothers me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
How
bother
so?
me. Like, it just throws me off. Like,
Oh, Malenko.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
especially when I see guys, like, big guys in there. I'm like, he looks big. Like, honestly, we recorded a Red Label earlier. Alex Wright. I'm like, dude's way bigger than... He looks way bigger in there than what he is.
Right.
And it never tore down the size of Anderson or Flair or any of those guys. But, like, him, you see Rey Mysterio now in the WWE, and he's bigger.
Yep.
And he looks bigger because it's a bigger ring. Like, it's just a weird thing. Like, when you see him running ropes, it's just, you can tell. Like, I can anyway.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It just looks weird to me.
I get what you're saying.
And I say that from I've worked my entire life in an 18-foot ring. Like I couldn't imagine being in a 20-foot ring.
You wouldn't notice a difference.
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't. But, it just I'd feel weird.
You might feel weird at first. My experience has been that once you're between the ropes, an 18-foot, 16 to 20, like you don't know if you're good at work, you don't really notice.
I didn't notice the difference between 16 and 18.
Yeah,
and I've worked in 16-foot rings.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I've never worked on a 20-foot ring, though.
Yeah. Now when I have noticed, I notice a difference. I don't notice a difference. The few matches I've worked in a 20-foot ring, I don't notice a difference. Anytime I've gone to like a clinic or the tryouts, the trainings and stuff that I've done, like running drills in a 20-foot ring is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you really,
I could see that too. I mean, just running in one, like running ropes.
You really notice the difference doing that kind of stuff.
Yep. This is a treat right here, man. This was the cruiserweight division for a solid year.
Dude.
Eddie would get in there and work with these guys, and it'd be great. But these two guys had matches for months.
Yeah, man.
And months and months.
How good was Malenko, man?
So good.
like of all the guys that, like, it was a shame they didn't get more. You know what I mean? Of all the misses, and I'm sure he's fine. I have no idea what his personal life is like or anything.
He works for AEW now, I think. So
does he?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a agent forever at WWE.
That's what he's doing there. I think that's what he's doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly.
I mean, I'm sure I have no idea how he feels about his career, is what I'm saying.
But think about the age he was when he came into the WWE and how much they didn't care for
little guys.
Yeah. And how big of a little guy he was.
Right.
Like, he just, man. He was so much to that cruiserweight division. Like, when he came in there and won that championship, it legitimized the whole thing.
Right.
Because, you had Ray come in there with his weird thong on, and you had all the guys who came in after Ray, right? That Conan brought in or Ray brought in, whatever. Dean could work with all of them. And then Dean could go have great matches with Chris Jericho. And Dean...
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like Dean Malenko and Chris Jericho made that division.
Yeah.
All due respect to Eddie Guerrero, had it just
and
been,
Ray, I mean,
all due respect to Eddie Guerrero and Ray, like if it hadn't been for Dean Malenko and Chris Jericho, that would have been a two-man division.
Yeah.
So.
And
I think they would have got lost in, maybe this sounds racist, but I think they would have got lost in the luchador thing and
the mass shuffle.
It just would have been like, okay, well, here comes even though like
here's Super Crazy, here's Psychosis, here's Hoofitude.
Here comes the Mexicans.
Right,
it wouldn't have been like, oh shit, cruiserweight match. Hell yeah, it would have just been like, okay, here come the Mexicans.
Yeah.
all due respect to all those guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because they're all great. I mean, but
it was also 96. You know what I mean? Like
when they went to 3 hours, this was their first hour every week, every Monday. It was 2 of these matches.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So they leaned on this harder than ever.
Yeah. And you would get, and you would get Jericho and, to expand out, because then we had like, you also had like Super Colo and, La Parca, who was the Dragon? Ultimo Dragon.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All those guys. And like Ultimo Dragon, I know, he's not, well, I mean, I was going to say he's not a luchador. But he had the mask and everything. You know what I mean? He just would have.
But that's where he came from.
Right.
Like, he came from Mexico and Japan. Like, he came from the same places all these guys did.
Yes.
So he was,
Which is kind of the point I'm driving towards.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Yeah.
Like it, but having Jericho and Malenko to come out and.
Yeah, 2 guys who were American that could work that style.
Right.
And put it over. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Jericho was Canadian, but.
Whatever.
Well, still American. That's still American.
They're all North American.
Oh my goodness. Not all of them. No, some of them are. I guess all the Mexicans are.
They're all North American.
All North Americans.
Liger
and
Pillman. Pillman's from another planet. Liger might be 2. I don't know.
Liger might be. and Ultimo's he's Japanese, right?
I don't. Yeah.
Pretty sure Ultimo Dragon's Japanese.
He is Japanese. Like and subscribe. Comment. Thank you. I thought that he was billed from Mexico City.
That doesn't
mean
that he's not Mexican. That does
Japanese.
You know what I'm saying.
Japanese. From Mexico City!
I don't think so. Was Ultimo Dragon?
I think
Ultimo Dragon was not.
I think he was billed from Mexico City.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
This is awesome.
This is a really good match.
It's so good.
We're talking about a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, we're talking racism and
we're talking
one and a half white guys talking
We're talking
about
racism. We're being racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Like and subscribe.
Faux show.
But this match is awesome, man. And these guys worked on a level that we hadn't seen before.
Look at the time they're getting too. Like you think about that. Like, and I was going to say this about DDP and Buff. Like that was a throwaway match.
Yeah,
and they got plenty of time. They got plenty of time. That's a big deal about this span of the 90s, the Monday Night Wars. Everybody got time on pay-per-views.
Yep.
Like now, or even after that, like the WWE was so glut with fucking talent,
right?
They had to cut shit, which is unbelievable.
Yeah,
you think about it now, right?
For sure. I think we saw that more, on Raw. I feel like people always got time on pay-per-views. Like if you had a pay-per-view match, there were very few pay-per-view matches that were like
actually you're right,
90 seconds. There was a lot of Raw matches that were like 90
these
seconds.
These guys always got time on Nitro.
For sure.
Always.
For sure. Well, that's what I was going to say. We've been watching these Nitros, and to watch the Nitros, I've been a little blown away because, like I said, until we started doing this, I don't think I've ever watched a Nitro from start to finish. Because anytime, even when it was on TV, there was never a time when I wasn't flipping back and forth. To watch some of these Nitros now, and I wasn't watching any wrestling in '96, so not on TV anyway. So like to see some of these matches and to see them, like to watch a Nitro and get the Horsemen versus the Rock and Roll Express. To watch a Nitro and get, the Horsemen versus Sting and Luger, like they come from a wrestling territory. We still see that NWA, we still see that Crockett influence, where like this was a wrestling territory. So that's
you
what
didn't see any of this in the WWE back then, ever. I mean, This is the time of T.L. Hopper and Duke the Dumpster Drose and all that shit was going on in WWE at this time.
Yep.
The Goon. This is unique.
Yeah, man.
This guy came out with his name and 1,000 printed on his the butt of his tights. Cool.
And had a killer match.
Yeah, every time.
And he's pretty like that look was. Not quite a 96 look either. That short hair with like the 5 o'clock shadow. You know what I mean? Like
he comes out looking like a heel.
is kind of ahead of his time.
Yeah, comes out. I'm a heel. You guys, I don't need to do anything. You guys see I'm a heel. This is what I'm doing. He knows he's coming to the ring with Rey Mysterio, who's 20 fucking years old.
Right.
So good, man. These guys these guys, man, Ray's been around for a long time, and we take what Ray does for granted. This here is his heyday, man. Like when he had this entire cruiserweight division to work with, all these guys, Dean Malenko, Psychosis, all these studs from Mexico to work with, Eddie. I mean, he was unbelievable. He was so young. Like it's crazy to see him now,
Yeah.
And think, wow, he was doing this 20 years ago, damn near 25 years ago at this point, right?
Right.
And he's only in his mid 40s, and at this time he was still the man,
killing it.
All these guys they had to work with.
Look at that.
It's incredible.
That was crazy.
It's a great move. It's awesome.
What do they call it? The Mexican surfboard?
The surfboard
put him
into
up,
a German.
Like dropped him down right
pin.
into a German bridge for the pin. That was
so cool.
That was insane, man. I mean, I guess it's Ray, so you don't care. Like, he weighs 78 pounds here, so if he falls on your face, you're good. Like,
yeah. He's definitely 50 pounds lighter here than he is now.
But, for sure. Dude, Malenko works these holds, man. I've never seen, to this day, nobody works these holds like Malenko works these holds.
No. It's like he knew what he was hired for.
Yeah.
Went out there and delivered every time. Because he knew what to do, and he just, he was a star because of it.
Yep.
At this point, I mean, he wasn't a superstar or anything, but he was a big deal.
He was known, and he was
definitely.
doing something nobody else was doing.
No,
and I think he did know. That's one of the things that has always struck me. When I read Eddie Guerrero's book, and Chris Jericho's book. And they talked about going to meet with Bischoff, and the quote is always, they say, Bischoff told me he had his big guns, but he needed bullets, and Guerrero said, I understood we were the car chase in the middle of the movie, and I think probably it's worth noting, and everybody you ever hear talk about that in that kind of thing in the WWE, it's always like, oh, they promised me this, they promised me that. I was going to work with Hogan, I was going to work with Stone Cold, I was going to be the biggest star, and then I never got it. So I think there is absolutely something to the fact that all these guys came in, and because Bischoff didn't feel like he needed to be, like Vince McMahon was a wrestling promoter, and he was, and on one part, Vince McMahon was always looking for the next Hogan.
Yeah.
Right? So when he would bring these guys in, and it's like, I see you being the next Hogan, and I see you being this, and I see you being that.
Right. Yeah.
And it seems like that was always a wrestling promoter thing. Yeah, baby, I'm going to bring you in. We're going to go here. I'm going to take you here, and you're going to be the biggest this place, and you're going to do this, And just like,
every
all that
promoter's
stuff.
going to be dusty.
Right, exactly. Well, every promoter's promising you the moon.
Right, yeah.
Because they want you to come in and deliver.
Yeah.
But Bischoff promised these guys 10 minutes in the middle of the card.
Yeah.
And they came in and they knocked it out of the park with those 10 minutes in the card.
Yeah.
Guys, if you know what your role is someplace, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to live up to that role,
right.
you know? Now, you don't want to feel like
do
there's...
that shit. Like, even today.
Exactly.
Like, it's just the dichotomy of what was going on then.
Yeah.
And they had recently got they were getting ready to, they had gotten a 2-hour time slot on a major cable station, and they didn't have the fucking talent to fill it. So, what are they going to do? Well, let's go hire all these dynamic young guys or these wrestlers, and let's deliver wrestling for 20 minutes at the top of the show every fucking week.
Yep. And something.
And they did it for years, man.
Right.
And
something that's
awesome.
Never, something that is never on. WWE has never put together anything like that.
Never. No.
And even when they tried, like, a little later on when they had, like, the light heavyweight division, they had
it was Takamichinoku
and Aguilar.
Aguilar and Brian Christopher.
Yeah. It was never Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and Dean Malenko, for sure. All due respect to Aguilar and Brian Christopher.
Well, and you think about that now, it's like, Eddie Guerrero, world champ, Rey Mysterio, world champ.
Right.
Benoit was never a cruiserweight, but he could have easily gotten in there.
Yeah.
World champ. Like, they came around to it, but it was just certain guys who, and I even feel like Mysterio only got there because of the groundswell, like kind of a Daniel Bryan type of thing. Like, the only reason they put him in that position was because there was so much like, oh, we're so happy to see him again, that they put the championship on him.
Maybe. I feel like he had been in the company for a long time. I felt more like I almost felt like Rey Mysterio was kind of the opposite of, like, Daniel Bryan. Like, Daniel Bryan was like, he's so good, he's so over, we can't we can pretend all we want, but we can't deny.
Right.
We can't deny. I almost felt like like, the other side of that is when, like, man, this guy has been so over for so long and working so hard, and he's never quite made it to where we can't deny it, but everybody will love to see this, so let's do it.
Huh. I guess I didn't realize he had been there that long, though.
He'd been there for a little while before,
That makes sense, now that I think about it, though. Because he
I think they definitely
in 05 with Eddie and
Angle and and I think there was definitely, not that he wasn't over, he was definitely over, and I think they gave credit. He was one of the guys who ended up getting, some guys came in to WWE and they were like, new start, only what you do here matters. Yeah. And some guys came in and worked themselves into a place where it was like, man, he'd been working at WCW forever, and Rey Mysterio was one of those guys where they ended up like, man, he busted his ass there, he busted his ass there, he busted his ass here. Let's give him his due.
Awesome. Look at that.
That was awesome, man. Putting him around, nasty powerbomb, pin the shit out of him. Dean Malenko.
Little dirtbag pin after 20 fucking minutes of wrestling the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I can't pin him.
Just that last little leverage to get that finish over.
Love it. Love it. And the only inkling you have the entire time of Dean being the heel is that finish.
Yeah.
And that was always Dean Malenko's thing. He could out wrestle anybody.
Yep.
But if he had to, he would go there.
Yeah.
And nobody else would.
Yep.
Right?
He'd cheat.
That's why he's the fucking champion.
So round power bomb. And that power bomb probably would have been enough, man.
Yeah, no shit.
He probably just could have laid on him for that power bomb. Good job, guys. Good.
Man. It's fun to watch that shit.
Standing O, drunk rat. You got the drunk Rasslin applause. Neither one of us stood up.
TV champ, Luger, TV and tag champ.
Well, yeah, he's a big star, bro.
But Conan's the U.S. champ.
Dude, don't get me. I like Luger better than Conan.
Well, yeah, the Lex Express, dude.
Yeah.
You were there when they were in town. Did you know they were in town?
I know they were in town. Scott, I know Scott went. I did not.
Do you know where that place was?
No.
I do. There was like a gym on the backside of... Are there Saudis listening?
Oh, you're narrowing it down. Now they only got to figure out.
Let's hold on.
What Springfields did Buff get arrested in and the Lex Express stopped at?
God damn it! Get my head sawed off later. This sucks.
Jesus. So we're just not going to be able to go to Saudi. We've X'd out. We've definitely X'd out a place where we can't go.
That's fine. I don't want to go to Saudi though. I mean, you know.
I may want to go to Dubai one day, but now I can't. Thanks,
really?
Jonesy.
Why?
Because I want to go everywhere, man.
Dubai?
Middle East, man.
There's other places in the Middle East, brother.
Anywhere, man. I want to see the world.
All right.
I want to see the world. But now I can't go to the Middle East. Well, I can't go to Saudi Arabia.
You can go to Israel and be protected there.
I'll go to... maybe. As protected as you can be in the Middle East.
What are we coming up to
What's
here?
next?
Because I got to pee. And I'm not peeing through Sullivan and Benoit.
Okay. Well...
All right. Big Bubba and John Tenta. Pee time.
All right, you go pee. I'm gonna call the match.
All right, I'll be back.
He's got that. He's got more hair. He's got more hair that he's cutting. He's still got. Tenta's hair.
He just held on to it for a while.
Dude, why did they think that would be acceptable? Why did they think it would be acceptable just to carry around hair and to keep cutting it up, pretending like it's Tenta's hair? Oh goodness. Never mind. Big Bubba on his way to the ring. Cutting up the hair. He's got that trench coat on. Oh, look at these fans not happy with Big Bubba Rogers. David Pinzer. Ready for the announcer. There's Nick Patrick, the referee. What was Bubba's gimmick supposed to be here? That's what I can't tell. He's got that. What was his character? He's just Big Bubba. He's got a t-shirt and leather pants. He wore a trench coat out to the ring. He's got that stupid helmet on. Oh, here comes John Tenta. Oh, look at that. He's looking at the screen. He's getting even angrier. He's getting even madder. Do we get a John Tenta, the Canadian Earthquake, the Shark? Here he comes. He still hasn't shaved off. He's got half a mullet. I don't know why he didn't just like if somebody beat me up and cut my hair. I'm not saying I wouldn't be mad. I'm just saying
you let it grow back.
No, I'd cut the rest of it. I wouldn't wear half a mullet.
Oh, come on. Yeah, you would.
No, I would not.
So your neighbors could make fun of you?
No, I would not. Oh.
Good God almighty.
Tenta falls all the way to the outside. Not Tenta. Big Bubba.
Big Bubba. Tenta's got the best haircut.
Tenta touched his ankle. Dude, it looks so dumb. And this is something...
He's so mad, though.
This is one of those things, it feels out of time. You know what I mean? Nobody...
No, yeah, we just watched Malenko and Mysterio put on a 5-star classic.
Yeah.
And then...
This is a...
We got this grudge match where...
WWE TL Hopper...
For sure.
Dumpster Drosy match, right? Yeah. Both these guys are better than TL Hopper and Duke Drosy, right?
Well, yeah.
But this storyline, this gimmick, it's like a dumb... It's like a dumb gimmick between two guys.
Yeah, it's a holdover,
Right.
and this is why they brought all of them in, because initially they were just going to recycle everything,
Yeah.
which they did,
Yep.
and then here we are, you know?
Yeah, but I guess also I guess it's probably worth mentioning, you know, like you can also like WCW was trying to give people everything, you know what I mean? Like we had this kind of 80s stuff, we had some cruiserweight stuff, we had Conan, you know, we had some great tag team matches. They had celebrities, you know, we had Scott Hall and Kevin Nash just showing up, raising hell. Like they were trying to be like an everything, you know. The WWE gave us the WWE, and everything they gave us was the same.
Yeah.
And WCW was trying to give us...
It's still kind of the brand now. I mean, like, you know, I've always thought, you know, you go to a indie show, you want to see a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know? I don't necessarily want to see this.
Some high flyers, some hardcore.
You want to see everything.
Nah, dude. Actually, you know, you say that, but you do want to see this. You know what I mean? Like this is what you go... Because if you go to a show with... Well, both these guys are dead. But if you went to a show with, you know, Big Bubba Rogers on it, you would want to see
him wrestle another monster.
Yeah, you know, and an 80s style, like you want to see, you know, like all the, like anytime you go to an indie show with a name on it, you don't want to go see that name do, you know, like the modern indie match with a bunch of falsies.
Absolutely.
You want to see
You're going to see that name do what that name did.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, you're right. That name could still wrestle, you know?
And we're alive.
Goddamn. Goddamn.
Like and subscribe.
Oh man.
Send all your hate tweets to @GoGoJonesy on Twitter.
Fine. Fine. Jimmy's got them
they're gonna cut the rest of his hair
scissors.
off.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think his neighbors will think though?
He'll look.
I mean, will they laugh at him twice as hard?
He'll look so ridiculous if they cut the rest of his hair off.
Right. He can't even go to the mailbox anymore. Good God Almighty.
Good God Almighty.
This is the best feud of all time.
No.
Yeah, no, it is. Listen. Look at this.
Hey, he was for sure trying to drag him around to do like the
he got
shot on the
bit,
ring, but you just
like,
can't.
Nope.
You just can't drag John Tenta that way.
Yeah. You're not taking John Tenta anywhere John Tenta does not want to go. Basically.
And now we're getting to see the technical prowess of Big Bubba Rogers as he goes to work dissecting that knee. It's a clinic.
Leather pants and his. I got a, sleeveless shirt's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where this is from, but I'm guessing it's in the South.
Hey, John Tenta.
Sun's out, guns out.
John Tenta's weight yo-yoed as much as Mick Foley's weight. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. But like you don't notice because John Tenta's enormous.
So they were
like, hey, today John Tenta's 500 pounds. Hey, today he's 380.
No, Big Bubba.
Oh,
Big Bubba. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
The Big Boss Man. The Big Boss Man and Mick Foley are the anti Triple H and Batista. Like you can watch Triple H and Batista's steroid cycle, right? But you can watch Big Boss Man and Mick Foley's fucking Weight Watchers cycle.
I don't know, man. Big Boss Man, when he showed up as Big Boss Man, was 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And then he slimmed down and he was this size.
Big Bubba comes running up, headbutts mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. That did not work.
No, not great.
That was one of those spots where like it was supposed to be finally. Oh, and now they're out of here, so we don't even get the finish. So
he just cut off like his cool twisty guys or what?
His cool twisty what?
Yeah, his Raleigh fingers.
Yeah,
yeah. I got.
Yeah, he cut off. He cut off his Raleigh fingers.
Oh yeah. Bears Panthers. Let's go.
Is that?
Put that cigarette out.
Is that Kevin Green's wife?
I guess.
Is that Mrs. Green?
I don't know. Probably.
It's Deborah. I mean, I know that's Deborah McMichaels with her mall bangs.
Look at Kevin Green's mustache, though, dude.
Dude, that's the quintessential '90s mustache. We're just lucky it doesn't go down to his jawline.
Are we lucky?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'd like that better.
That pencil stash all the way down.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's too Hitler-y for me, so.
This is too Hitler-y for you.
No, Kevin Green's mustache. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong? You said it. What's wrong with me?
That mustache. Now it's blonde and we can't even see it. And he's cross-eyed.
His mustache disappeared when he started yelling.
It did.
Oh yeah!
Hey, look, brother.
We're gonna go out here. We're gonna have a match tonight. Mongo Kevin Green. Ooh yeah! The cream rises to the top.
Now I'm gonna get dead Weasley.
Mall bangs McMichaels and this other girl with a Panthers jacket, and we're all gonna head out to the ring. Are you two ready? Kevin Green, I want to hear it. Mongo McMichaels, I know you're insane. Mean Gene, don't you doubt my team tonight. Ooh, yeah. Can I get a nothing on
That's
that?
awesome.
Come on.
That's awesome. I was drawn in. I was drawn in. I was watching the screen, hearing you, and I was all into that promo, dude.
You're welcome.
Good God Almighty.
Good God Almighty.
Cheers.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Put that cigarette out, would you? Oh, here we go. The
Falls Count
Anywhere
waiting
match. For. Yes. Yes.
For the record.
Oh.
Here comes Chris Benoit. We here at Drunk Rasslin are under the impression that we're going to call the match. We're going to watch the match. We separate the work from the tragic ending of the person. If you cannot, check out the description. There will be a time code to jump to the end of this match. We fully understand if you don't want to watch this match, don't want to listen to us talk about this match, if it's too painful of a thing for you. We don't want to offend anybody, but
definitely not.
We believe in the wrestling version of Death of the Author. So
yeah.
So we're gonna
watch what he does, and we're gonna watch this match, and you know if you're not comfortable with that, we're gonna give you a timestamp to get through all that. So
right. Also, if there's any match of his to watch, it's probably this one because Kevin Sullivan beats the fucking piss out of him in this match.
Man,
look at Kevin Sullivan. Like Kevin Sullivan comes. Oh. Yeah. They meet in the ring.
No.
Like Kevin, they meet in the aisle. They meet halfway up, and Kevin Sullivan is ready, man. Like he was coming to the ring, like he was, like that, like the ring he would, like the walk he was walking is the walk you walk when you walk into the bar to meet the man who stole your wife. Like this is just legit, man.
It's a different deal. Like,
he's not selling any of this. This is just he had the ability to book himself in a real fight with
good the man for him who stole his wife, wanting to fight this motherfucking maniac. You know.
Good.
No,
I don't know. Good. I don't know if it's good for anybody, man. Like
it's Benoit, not. I meant like good for him, like a macho thing.
Oh, like, I got you. Yeah.
Good for
you.
Do
your
back.
thing,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. These dudes, both these. Chris Benoit was picking up that chair. He grabbed that chair. He's like, nope.
Nope. We'll fight through this crowd and punch each other for real, but we're not going to hit each other with chairs. That's crazy. I'm going to black your fucking eye, and you're going to break my nose, and we're going to do all this.
These shots in the eye.
Dude.
These shots in the face, dude. These dudes are just legit.
It's not even...
Now here's one
it's
caveat.
Weird watching this, honestly.
It's one caveat, though.
Because everything
these two guys... Ugh. I love it, dude.
That's what I mean.
Real headbutts.
Like, all of it.
Real headbutts. Chris Benoit headbutted him in the nose
and
4 times, and he just snarled at him, said something ugly, then punched him in the face as hard as he could.
Yep.
Now, the one thing I've been trying to get out the entire time this match has been happening, like, these guys probably would have worked this match this way regardless. Even if they were, regardless. Even if they had no actual animosity towards each other.
Yeah.
Especially out amongst the crowd.
I don't know that it would have been this stiff, but yeah.
I think it would have, man. Especially right there in front of the crowd. I mean, everything Chris Benoit ever did was a little overly stiff. And Kevin Sullivan was one of those old school guys where it's like, once you get in front of the crowd, like if you're close enough where the crowd can hear, like, can experience that, it's got to be legit. You've got to leave them with no question. You know what I mean?
Look at that crowd in the bathroom.
Dude, that crowd that followed them in. Yeah. I would have followed this match.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
I'm not watching this on the scoreboard or whatever. Yeah, dude.
He put him in that door. You put him in that door. Normally, you put a dude in the door like that. You throw it so that their back hits it. No, that was just all actual head.
Oh,
double stop.
Double stop
it's over. It's over. Falls count anywhere. Pin it.
Good God Almighty.
That was his finish.
Get in there, Nick Patrick. You find out what's going on.
Nick Patrick.
What's that head of security's name again? God damn it.
That's
we've argued about
Dillinger. What's Doug Dillinger?
Doug.
That doesn't sound right? But I think that's
Doug
it.
Dillinger.
Dillinger.
Yeah, something Dillinger.
Doug Dillinger in the yellow shirt. Randy Anderson, the other ref. We know Nick Patrick's there.
Oh my God. Yep. Hey,
here,
receipt.
But see, look, he's like
your shoulders in there. Cool.
See, Benoit. I think Benoit was kind of like.
Well, he knew he was booking him.
Well, I think Benoit was kind of along.
He was on the wrong end of this.
Yeah, he's like, maybe if I just let him get it out of his system, we can get past all this.
Yep.
And I'll work, I'll sell.
Yeah.
And he can sell nothing and hit me as hard as he wants.
Yeah. Yep. Or, hey, you guys found the trap door.
I wish they had crawled in there. What is that?
Garbage!
Ugh.
Here, take this garbage.
No, it's a bag full of paper towels.
Oh. That probably hurt way worse than it looked.
Benoit's like, get this fucking thing off me. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like,
I know you're mad.
9 pounds of paper towels. This
I know. Yeah, I know you're mad, bro. But
oh God, this is awesome.
This is.
It's awesome.
You don't see matches like this too often.
No.
This feud and DDP and Savage, right?
Oh man.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
DDP
are there others?
And
any New Jack match? I mean,
I'm never gonna live down the New Jack thing, dude.
Dude, I don't want
He's
to.
He's gonna come live with you.
He's
gonna be like, hey man, bruh.
As long as he makes me spaghetti.
Oh, he makes a mean spaghetti.
That's what I hear.
Apparently.
That's what I hear.
He's a great cook.
If you
What's he cook well? Spaghetti.
If you haven't watched the New Jack
Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring.
Get on it.
Go watch the New Jack Dark Side of the Ring.
Watch all the Dark Side of the Rings. They're great. All of them are good. Here we go. Back to the ring. Sort of. We got a hug first.
You know,
we see this anymore as a novelty. Like, do you remember seeing this back then? Like,
I was not watching. I was not watching.
I understand, but like, like we saw it in like '99, right?
Yeah.
So they'd fight out into the end of the concourse of whatever arena they're in,
right?
And somebody would throw a drink at somebody, or they'd fight into
the popcorn
machine
machine
or whatever. Whatever. Like this was new here, you know. Like this is '96. Like you hadn't seen this, and also just kick straight to the dick like that was. That was new too, but it was new. And seriously, like, you know, at the time, we had no idea this should not have happened.
Right.
You know? Like just this whole situation was a bad situation that should not have been booked.
Well, hold on.
But they were professionals about it. But
yes, they were definitely professionals about it. I'm also going to offer a argument to that. This was not this was not a thing that we were used to, but this was absolutely a thing that was part of the business, because this was definitely what you got from guys like Bruiser Brody and Abdullah the Butcher and the Sheik. You know what I mean? Like this was a part of wrestling even then. It was just not something that the WWE had figured out how to shoot yet. So we didn't know about it.
But all of the Brody, Abdullah, Sheik, any of that was not this personal.
It was not this personal, but the matches went this way. They fought through the arena. They fought over through the. You know, that's what I'm saying. This was. Oh, okay. So if you're talking about the personal, this was the first time that we had any idea that we were watching a storyline play out.
That was real.
That we also knew. Oh well,
they didn't like each other.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
But they did this for more than this match. Like, you know, like it wasn't, you know, Brody and Abdullah and anything the Sheik did, that was all a bloody spectacle.
Yeah.
You know, that people were there to see Brody bleed. People were there to see Abby bleed.
Yeah.
People were there to see Sheik bleed. Like that was their deal.
For sure.
This here was not. This was a different, like, the street fight thing, and the internet was relatively new.
Yes.
At this point in time, like, I had read about this.
Yep.
And when I watched it, I'm like, and I was all in on Benoit after I saw this match, right? You know, but like the whole thing was. Look at that table, dude. Oh, did you guys saw that table? You guys attach those metal whatever?
They both jumped on that table and it didn't bend.
Fuck no. Oh,
but the point of this? For the record, the point of that table I don't think is to break. They do a spot off the table. Mm-hmm. They've just built a platform for them to do a thing. Anyway. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking more along the lines of like this kind of out of control, all over the ring, all over the arena brawl.
No, but I mean, even to that point, like as far as WCW is concerned, this is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's over.
Superplex.
Hey, legit.
Love it.
Legit. If. I don't know if I would have booked myself to lose to the guy who stole my wife. Legit. Maybe.
Yeah, good for him, I guess.
Maybe. No, he's still trying to have that fight, man. Look, he ain't done yet.
No, fuck no. How would you be?
And Jimmy Hart knows. Get out of there, baby.
No.
He's talking to Benoit.
Come here.
Get out of there, baby.
Come here.
Get out of there, Benoit.
Go get him. This is the deal, though. Arn Anderson had inserted himself into this whole deal to be on the side of the Dungeon of Doom.
Well, the Horsemen were allied with the Dungeon of Doom.
Oh! Chris Benoit was not a horseman yet.
No?
Nope.
You sure?
Or maybe he was.
I thought he was. I thought that was the whole point.
They didn't know whose side Arn was going to take.
Right. At this point, there was the Dungeon of Doom had joined with the Horsemen to take out Hulkamania, and then
who's that guy?
That's
biggest guy in the company. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, fuck.
It's Goldberg.
It's not really. It's definitely not Goldberg.
It's not Goldberg. Joke.
No, but then so while the Dungeon of Doom was allied with the Horsemen, Kevin Sullivan got into it with Pillman.
That's right.
Which expanded out into the feud with Benoit because Pillman left.
Because they had to do that Tower of Terror match.
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And so then it was like, well, what's going to happen are they going to stay allied? Is Benoit going to get kicked out of the Horsemen? And then so this was like the final. Because remember there was that time. There's the one promo where Anderson slapped the shit out of Pillman because they were talking to Sullivan. And he's like, you don't tell me anything, and Pillman's like, you don't tell the Horsemen, and Anderson turned around and slapped me. He's like, I'm talking, you mind your business. Oh, good. Here we go.
Ooh.
Horsemen.
There's only 3 of us, but 4.
well, each woman counts as a half.
Obviously. Obviously.
It was 96.
I get it. Yeah.
Back then.
1896.
There was never 4 horsemen. Even when there were 4 horsemen, they still had like J.J. Dillon.
Oh yeah.
And at least another Baby Doll was with them at one point. At one point there was J.J. Dillon and Baby Doll, and
at one point it's this troupe and J.J. Dillon and all the women.
Yeah, exactly.
Good stuff.
Tully Blanchard. I miss Tully. I wish Tully is one of those guys who I love his work so much. I wish he had been somebody else so that he could. I wish he hadn't. I wish he had ever been there for any of this, or that the Brain Busters had carried into WWE. You know what I mean? Like Tully Blanchard is this footnote that we only know about Tully Blanchard because Anderson and Flair hung on for so long.
Yeah, I mean, we could say it another way where we only know about Tully Blanchard because Anderson and Tully Blanchard were good enough to be the Brainbusters.
No, I mean you could say
it was only a year.
You could say it that way, but you could also say that we only know Hercules Hernandez because Tom Zink was good enough to be one of the Wild Stallions.
Paul Roma.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, Paul Roma. That's what I meant. Same difference.
Power and glory.
Same difference.
Paul Roma also a horseman.
Same difference.
Somehow. Yeah, but
Anderson, Flair, ... Roma.
Woo! Woo! Good God Almighty.
Good God Almighty. I feel like I should have done my great Arn Anderson impression for that promo, like I did my amazing Randy Savage impression.
You did, dude. Here's your chance. There's Jives. Dusty's calling him Jives right now. Not Jeeves. Hey, there's Jives.
Hey, it's Jives. This is a jive turkey. Is he Jives or is he a Jeeve turkey?
Jives.
Is Jives a Jeeve turkey?
Jives.
Is it Jeeves turkey?
I don't know. His name's Jives.
Yeah, baby.
Baby.
Here come William Regal.
Hey, babies. His name is Jives.
William Regal. Wine and dine with kings and queens. He slept in alleys and dined on pork and beans.
Pork and beans.
Yeah, baby. Baby.
Baby.
I wish my Dusty Rhodes was better. Like I will do my Dusty Rhodes for a long time, but it's not very good.
No. None of our impressions are good. Let's just get out of the way. We don't do impressions here.
We do bad impressions?
We do awesome impressions that are awful. That's it. Woo!
Do your Sting impression.
Ah!
Perfect. We have one good impression, your Sting.
I knew I'd be the guy.
You're the guy.
Eventually.
Jonesy. You're the guy, Jonesy.
I knew I'd be the guy.
You brought it all the way around.
Woo!
So is this match for anything? This is just because he's only a tag champ, and
no,
so this is just
it's a grudge match.
This is just
dude.
Sting versus William Regal.
Yeah.
Okay.
They hate each other because William Regal poses like that. Look at that
William Regal is not
handmade Sting figure. Shout out to Pixel Dan.
Cisgender white male.
William Regal's not gay. That's why they're fighting.
Oh. Because he's not gay.
Right.
Because he is a cisgender white male.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what... Actually, I don't know what William Regal is. Steven Regal. I don't know.
Isn't it funny that he's Steven Regal here, but he will always be William Regal?
Yeah.
No.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Because he spent way more time here, right?
Did he,
not now.
I was going to say, did he, though?
But wrestling?
He was definitely more of a wrestler here, because he barely had he had the one run.
Oh, awesome!
I only remember the one run with the power of the punch where he had the brass knuckles every time, which was what, about a year?
Yeah.
But other than that,
a hot year though.
Other than that, he was like a commissioner. He was like now he runs NXT kind of sometimes. Like, oh God. Get it.
Fuck, dude.
Hey, Sting doesn't know. Sting's like, oh, Flair never hit me like that.
Steven Regal's awesome.
I bet not, dude. I bet Sting was a tough. Sting went through.
He didn't. Yeah.
Sting was a Crockett guy. I bet he was tough enough that he wasn't fazed by William Regal beating the fuck out of him.
Well, I mean, yeah, he may not have known, but he figured it out quick.
Yeah. He's like, oh, cool, okay.
Got it. So I can hit this guy.
Yeah.
I can hit this guy. Cool.
Right. He's calling right now. Send off, slap in the face. And so William Regal just slapped in the face. Oh,
yeah, he did.
Gotcha.
Yep. I do that with my kids all the time.
Put them in headlocks and then smack them in the nose?
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah, every time. Bastards.
Oh, arm drag.
Fucking kids. Yeah! Ooh, crazy eyes.
Look, yeah, Sting's got great crazy eyes,
Nobody does crazy eyes like Sting.
That aren't real crazy eyes. There are some guys with some much crazier eyes than Sting. But
they are crazy. Okay. Got it.
Sting has the best fake crazy eyes in the business.
Fucking, that's all I want to be. Steven Regal from '96.
Explain.
I just want to be able to hit people.
That was not the answer I expected. But.
Bump for people,
okay.
and just be awesome. That's it.
Is that all?
Wait.
Oh,
wait. You're a great big fat person.
Were you a William Regal person?
Were you a great big Sting person?
Dude. William Regal doing that smile, and then he turns to the crowd and snarls at the crowd. What a great... Look at him. What is this, dude?
Look at him.
Get out of the ring. He's having a seizure, dude. This is amazing. What spot was that? Do you call that, or do you just improvise
no, you
that?
call it. Hey, I'm gonna Hulk up, have a seizure.
Yeah.
Boom.
So were
Done.
they backstage? See, that's what. Okay, indie wrestlers of today, hear me out.
Old man yells at cloud. Ready.
I'm the old man. You're the cloud tonight. Here we go. Hear me out, because you can't call that backstage. If they were backstage and Sting was like, all right, so I've got this idea for a spot. I want you to stand in the corner, and I'm gonna flinch at you a bunch of times, and every time I flinch at you, you need to get more and more scared until you're having like almost a seizure, and then you stick your head out. Like, that is not. You don't call that spot. That's just.
That's the crowd, man.
That is the magic of improvisation.
Improv. Yep.
That Sting was just in the moment as Sting, and Regal was in the moment as Regal.
Yeah.
And as those energies bounced off each other, you got this moment where you're fucking vibing. And you have that moment, and it's a great moment.
Ever.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's hysterical. It's hilarious. It's a great moment. It feels so much better than anything when you have those moments of improv where it's just like, I did this, and he reacted, and he did that, and I reacted, and then he reacted to my reaction, so I reacted to his reaction, and like those moments feel so much better than the best spot that we talked about backstage and 100%. Acted out, you know.
Absolutely.
Where's that cloud? Where's my walker? Get off my lawn.
You goddamn kids. Get off his lawn.
Sorry, I'm catching my breath. I'm recalibrating myself.
While you're yelling at a cloud, Regal grabbed a full Nelson that I was wondering if was real. There's a chance that's real, right? Yeah. Let's get your leg in here.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's one of those things. Like, is that a real hold? I don't know. Is that a comfortable hold? Definitely not.
Those don't feel great, though.
When he just palm strikes you in the temple?
Right.
Why? No, why would they feel like? Obviously not.
When you say it like that, yeah, obviously. This is wrestling, though.
Hey.
Steven Regal's
this pay-per-view.
I'm going to start palm striking people.
In the temple?
Anywhere I want.
You're not wrestling me. hey, no, that might be the most William Regalist thing you've ever said. I'm gonna start palm striking people in the temple, anywhere I want. yeah, okay, I get it.
I'm for sure gonna throw more European uppercuts because those suck. They're awful.
I don't like European uppercuts have become like the thing now, you know. Like punches.
Never mind, I'm not throwing punches.
Punches went out of style, so everybody's looking for like.
I'll keep throwing punches.
The new punch. You know, well, you have a good punch.
I have a great punch. Great. Yeah, say it. It's good. It's great.
You do have a very great punch. But like a lot of guys don't bother to learn the punch. They just throw legit forearms.
Yeah,
or chops, or you know, like and I think there's kind of a undercurrent of like, let's learn to do something other than punches. Let's wrestle instead of just punching, right? And I got nothing. You're lost in the match. It's fine.
No, I want to hear it.
Regal's beating the fuck out of Sting.
He did.
I mean, what can I say? And Sting gives him the belly back suplex. Receipt.
Please finish. You were saying something good about me. Please finish that.
Well, I don't know how much it was about you. Oh, look at that. Knee on the face. Give me your arm.
It doesn't matter now. The way he hit him, he knocked all of his face paint off.
There's no feeling in his face, so it doesn't matter.
He knocked all of his face paint off.
All I was saying is like part of it I think is that the wrestling community wanted to move away from throwing so many punches. Mm-hmm. But so we started throwing forearms and European uppercuts and chops, right? And kicks, throwing a lot more kicks. The problem is, like, when you say, hey, let's move away from punches, like, the problem is, let's wrestle more, right? Let's use our craft a little more. When you just replace punches with European uppercuts and chops and forearms, you're not actually changing anything.
Right.
You're just not throwing punches. You know, but there's something else in the punch. So, like, fucking wrestle.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
you want to do it.
Yeah.
If you want to do it.
100%.
Or just fucking palm strike people in the temple. Fuck.
Well,
that's what
I was
worked
just
for
gonna
Regal.
say, like, every time he's palm struck Sting, I guarantee you he's got his head held so tough that Sting's not going anywhere.
Well.
Like, he's like, hey, gotcha.
So there's no give. You can't sell it. You just eat the whole fucking palm strike.
That's right.
I get it. Whoa, grind it in. You okay?
Just trying to be closed captioning for the folks.
I don't think you're closed captioning. You're just growling.
Are you sure?
No, I said think.
Okay.
So no, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
Awesome.
Regal almost works like you could compare Regal to Dean Malenko.
Sure, but
Like it's not a far stretch there.
but Regal works to the strengths of whomever he's working, which Malenko does too, but like as a more seasoned guy, a more heavyweight, quote unquote guy.
I think Regal's a little less inventive than
Well, sure, yeah.
than Malenko. I don't know if maybe that has to do a little bit with, Regal's a heavyweight, Malenko's not. That'd be a real interesting thing for us to
Break down.
yeah, like dive into, like the difference between Regal and Dean Malenko. And we could just watch a shit. That'd be a fucking awesome excuse to just watch a shitload of Malenko Regal matches.
Well, no
I'm
shit.
I'm into it.
Yeah. That's like a gold label.
A gold label. That might be an interesting thing.
I mean, I don't.
Did he just push up his arm or what?
But that's the difference, right? So that is the entire difference. Like Malenko's not out there to fuck around at all,
Right.
and that was the whole perception of him then. But Regal came out, and you're like, fucking Regal. And then 5 years later, I was like, oh fuck, Regal's beating the fuck out of somebody.
Dude.
You know.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, Malenko never got. You're absolutely right. Malenko was never rough with dudes. He never got the. Maybe it'd be the mean streak. Regal was there ever anybody with a better mean streak than Regal? Think about that. Comment.
Like and subscribe.
Comment or tweet us.
Anderson's my only answer.
Was there ever a wrestler? Oh man!
But it was always a mean streak though.
I don't know. I don't know if. I don't know if
he didn't hurt people like Regal did either.
And I don't know if Anderson looked
not legit.
Anderson. Well, I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
But Anderson like Anderson. I don't even know. You okay?
No, just
Are you really enjoying
Sting.
these forearms that Sting is no selling? Oh, I gouge.
Hey, no sell this.
This is an interesting spot. So they had the knuckle lock, like almost like they were doing a test of strength thing, but Sting started to come back. So Regal just gave him like 4 legit ass looking forearms in the face that Sting just no sold until Regal poked him in the eye.
Yep. Awesome. Double underhook. Submission. Why not? Did he do a double underhook finish?
Not as a finish.
Okay. Well,
I think he threw the double underhook suplex a lot. I don't think he did it as a finish.
Oh, awesome! Fire up!
Here we go. Get him, Sting.
Nobody's ever been a better house of fire.
I was gonna say whose fire up was comparable to Sting? Santana's and Hogan's. That's it.
Hogan's, yeah. Who'd you say otherwise? Santana? Tito? Tito's good.
Tito had a good fire up, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Or Martel. Hey, Jonesy.
What?
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
It wasn't Martel.
Who was it?
I mean, like it was Martel, but I'm saying it wasn't Martel.
Who was it?
Nobody. That's no point.
Oh.
Never mind. I think
whose fire up was it?
Listen, Martel had a great fire up, but it was ridiculous.
It was awesome.
Sting's fire up was amazing.
Yeah.
Warrior had a good fire up.
Well, yeah. That's all he had, though.
But he didn't need anything else.
That's true. That's true. They worked around that, didn't they? Mm. Oh, man. Great American Bash, 96. Palm strikes. Back of Sting's head. Knocked his goddamn makeup off.
Fucking Regal is beating the fuck out. Regal is beating Sting like this is his chance, dude.
He is.
Sting, get him. Here's some of those receipts.
Yeah. Like, Regal had to know these were coming back.
Regal likes these things, man.
Yeah,
like, Regal doesn't
right.
care.
Never mind.
You know, like
dumb
that's
thing to say.
See, that's the thing about.
Oh, I'll still beg off. I'm dazed. But
Regal and Jesus.
Awesome. Cut that. Oh yes.
Big knees to the gut, big back body drop. Here comes a scorpion deathlock. It's over. Turn him over.
Struggle.
Turn him over. Nope. Turn him over. It's done.
Stronger.
Tap out. Tap it. Oh nope. Yep. There it is. It's over. Good match. Good finish. Man.
Shit.
Hey, this is a good ass pay-per-view.
It's a great pay-per-view.
I mean, I'm pretty lit.
Yeah. It's a good pay-per-view.
This is a good pay-per-view, dude.
I'm
glad we stopped. I'm glad
we opened with Sergeant Craig Pittman.
We
the colors.
We talked about skipping.
God damn it! Why is that in your hand?
You know why. We talked about should we skip this pay-per-view. And I was like, why would we skip this pay-per-view? We should do this pay-per-view. This is a good ass pay-per-view.
It's a great pay-per-view.
This match was good. I mean, we talked a lot of shit through this match, but this is a fun ass match. And Sting and Regal are both on top of their game here.
Yeah,
Fuck
sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Fuck. It calls for some mellow corn, obviously. Fucking your friend J.M. McCaffrey, guys. This motherfucker. I've known this guy for 20 years. Look at this guy. Look.
What
Look
is
at this
it?
promo.
It's this promo. This is the Bash at the Beach promo, right?
Yeah. Obviously, there's sharks. But
they
don't have a shark here.
Did he build his own beach? That was like a beach on a raft, man. What the fuck?
That's what you do.
What is the deal with that?
Whoa! They don't have a shark anymore,
Hey,
though.
hey,
His
you
name's
remember-
John Tenta.
You remember like 10 years later when they would do, when the WWE went back and had
Tag
like...
team grudge match.
Oh, is this the... This is the Horseman match, right?
Fuck, I hope so.
Are
Are we drinking this mellow corn or...
Well, my plan is that it's the Horseman. It's the main event, but it's not.
Is
the main
that the
event.
main event? No,
Not
we
the
got
main
Luger and the Giant.
But it's one of like the drawing cards.
It is the main event. Michael Buffer's there.
Michael Buffer.
Brothers and sisters.
I'll wait till he does it.
What's going on?
Well, I'm making a drink. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate the Horseman versus Mongo and Dan Green. Kevin Green. I lost his first name. I got no excuse.
I wish it was Tom Green now.
More than I don't.
No, I do.
We're gonna celebrate. So we've been building this match, man. We have watched like 3 weeks worth of Nitro with Mongo McMichael training and Kevin Green training
And Macho training them. Kevin Green's still an active NFL player at this point in time.
Like he has
Mongo's
like
not.
he came from the.
Yeah, no, he's still.
Did he have a game? This would have been on a Sunday. Did he have a game on Sunday?
It's the summer.
Oh,
brother.
it's off season.
Yeah,
got it.
So
we've been watching. We've been watching the Horsemen have a fucking run, dude. We watched them wrestle Sting and Luger.
Yeah,
we watched them wrestle the Rock and Roll Express.
Yep.
Who did they wrestle that first week?
That was the Rock and Roll Express first week. Sting and Luger.
Did they wrestle? They had 3 matches because I remember every week on Nitro being like, "Are we getting Horsemen versus whoever?"
I think it was the Steiners.
Maybe the Steiners.
I think it was the Steiners.
Fuck
that
man.
Third week.
Fuck man.
Yeah.
So we've been getting some killer matches. Listen, if
Ric Flair's 46 here.
Looking back,
it's amazing.
Looking back, if there was a match that was going to sell me on this pay-per-view,
it was this one.
This is it.
100%.
And so,
Bobby Heenan,
with the entrance of the manager Bobby Heenan, we're going to raise We're going to raise a glass of mellow corn to Bobby Heenan to this match to draw on money. Right?
Yep.
We do a shot for the money they drew.
Yep. Cool.
Fuck.
Your friend Jay McCaffrey sucks.
It tastes
Can we throw the mellow corn in the backyard?
Tastes like detasseling.
It's terrible. Like and subscribe. It's awful, dude.
Dude.
Good God almighty.
It's bad. Yellow corn is rough, dude.
Guys, go.
Don't
corn.
Go
buy mellow corn.
Go buy some
yellow corn or mellow corn.
It's mellow corn.
Okay,
go buy some mellow corn.
No,
it's like the revenge of Everclear.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Hey,
that dog,
Pepper.
Mongo's dog's back.
Like Deborah, Everclear,
and that goddamn lady in the Panthers jacket.
Dig it.
With Deborah and Tara.
Steve McMichael and Kevin Green.
Was he
not Mongo? Was Mongo a wrestling thing?
No, he's not Mongo.
He wasn't. So he wasn't.
He was
Mongo was not a football thing.
I don't think it was. Honestly,
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea. I remember he was on the '85 Bears, and then he wrestled.
Is he on the Bears? I wouldn't even have known he was on the Bears, to be honest. I don't know shit, man. I don't know.
What are you drinking? What's wrong with you?
Real talk?
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish off the Ezra Brooks, free up a hole in the line, because I've had a few glasses. I've had a few glasses of the TX.
Yeah, and the TX.
I've had a glass of the tin cup. See, like
top shelf.
See, you gotta clear out the old stuff. Like once you've had a few glasses of some good stuff, and like your palate is blown and you're kind of half drunk anyway, like then you should switch to the fucking cheap garbage because you can barely taste it anyway. So like I had a glass of tin cup, I had a glass of the TX, and so now I'm drinking some Ezra Brooks, trying to clear out some room.
Yeah, because we need to make room for the mellow corn.
We need the mellow corn and the bird dog. Need the
fucking the bird dog's never getting drank ever again.
Yeah,
nobody's ever gonna pick that. If you guys want us to drink the bird dog, please like and subscribe and comment.
Comment.
Look at Kevin Green's tiny fucking rat tail.
Every vote. Every tweet we get requesting the bird dog, Jonesy will take a shot.
God damn it. I hate you.
I'm gonna move. We need to move the bird dog up.
Yeah, it's got to be prominently displayed.
Don't fucking...
Not there.
My $600 bottle of scotch. Not the infinity bottle.
God damn it.
These three gotta stay. Yeah, pull back to Texas.
Here. Texas is great. Bird dog.
Bird dog.
Jonesy. Let's go.
The bird dog is jalapeno honey.
It's awful. It's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Worse than the mellow corn?
I don't even know at this point.
I guess we need to do a side-by-side comparison.
Oh, my God. Let's do them hot, too. These guys toying with McMichael. These guys toying with Mongo's awesome.
Not as awesome as me toying with you. Hold on.
I hate you. I hate your guts. All right. Oh! Mongo's a great worker. Just took a bump. Oh. God damn, he's mad. Oh! 2 new glasses. Wee wee. Kevin Green says, "Get in there. Let's go, Mongo." This is awesome.
Yeah, aren't we supposed to be calling this match?
Can you?
I just put over what a big deal this match is.
Can you?
And now I'm totally distracted.
Can you debut against a better tandem than this?
Than Flair and Anderson?
No,
definitely not.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe an argument could be made for Flair and Tully because I feel like they had a better tag team chemistry.
Arn and Tully.
Okay. Sorry, yes.
Whew. I was about to yell. I should have yelled for the fucking mellow corn and the bird dog.
Okay.
Why are you buying... What's wrong with you?
Now.
Everybody wants to know what's wrong with you.
You know
All of our listeners are like, what's wrong with you?
You know what? This is perfect, actually.
Oh.
So...
Is it?
We are currently watching the tag team match for the ages, the showdown that we've been waiting for.
For the ages!
Kevin Green and Steve McMichael. Kevin Green and Mongo McMichaels versus the Horsemen.
Five Finger Freddy or whatever the fuck that movie was.
Anderson and Flair. Tag team of the ages. And while we are watching this showdown, Jonesy, you and me have the whiskey showdown
of the
decade.
Oh, maybe even the whole town.
Which is worse? The bird dog honey jalapeno.
Do I have to drink both?
Yeah, oh yeah.
God damn it.
And the mellow corn. So, I chilled them for you. Fuck. That's the dude. That. Oh. Give him a nose. Get your nose in there. Mellow corn wins big on the nose.
It smells fine.
What'd you smell?
Feet.
That's the honey jalapeno.
Call the goddamn match while I do this.
The honey jalapeno. So no, hold on.
Never
Now
been
smell
a better...
the mellow corn. Now smell the mellow corn. What's the mellow corn smell like?
Mellow corn.
Okay. All right. Now,
Damn it.
are you ready to taste it?
Yeah.
All right. Here comes the Bird Dog honey jalapeno. How's that smell? How's that taste?
I think I died for a second. It's so sweet and then it sucks.
It's so it's so sweet that it sucks.
Kevin Green's this. Yeah, Kevin Green. Oh, sweet.
Hey, Kevin Green's.
I am going full mustache and braided rat tail next time you see me.
Okay.
Yep.
I like it. Dude, that rat tail hangs down past his shoulder blades, man. That's insane.
Tiny braided rat tail. Look
Dude,
at that.
That's
like he had to pay a lot of attention to that.
Dude, that's the 90s-est hairdo ever.
Look at Flair.
I had one of those. Hey, legit. I had a braided rat tail. Yeah.
Braided?
Yeah.
Oh, good God Almighty! Really?
Oh, bro. Probably.
You guys heard it here first.
Probably.
I've known him for 20 years. I hadn't heard that.
Probably 4th grade, which would have been
90, 89, 90.
90.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So pretty.
I was rocking the braided rat tail. Wasn't that long. Wasn't that
Nobody's
long.
was.
And it wasn't 96. I wasn't a millionaire in 96 with a braided rat tail. I was a 4th grader in 90 with a braided rat tail. Okay?
I feel like he grew 4 strands of hair that long. Like, hey, don't cut those 4.
You almost can't see it, bro.
Right.
Like,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Hey, don't cut those 4. I got to wrestle later. All right, what are we doing here?
All right, yellow corn.
Fuck, I know yellow corn's terrible. God.
But it's chilled. I chilled it for you.
Appreciate it.
It's chilled. It's diluted a little bit.
You're such a great friend.
I try. I'm taking care of you.
Where's Flair going? Oh!
To get his ass whooped by Macho Man?
Beat up by Macho. Yep. Hey, what do you want to do? Hey, brother.
Snap into. Do you think he had to write this out? So you run up. I'll catch you. I'll grab you. I'll throw you against the ring apron.
There's no way there's a whiskey worse than this. It's not possible, dude.
So does that mean you like the yellow? You like the Bird Dog better than the yellow corn?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You like the Bird Dog honey jalapeno better than mellow corn?
Yeah. I think so.
All right.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm gonna try it now.
All right. For fuck's sake.
So the honey jalapeno Bird Dog smells like fucking feet. You nailed it.
It tastes like feet.
The mellow corn smells
like hell.
Hold on. The mellow corn, the honey jalapeno smells like foot syrup. The mellow corn smells like corn husk.
Put syrup in hell. we got to do a deal. Get your shit together.
I'm working
Drinking
on it.
deals. Let's go.
I'm nosing them, bro.
This is the formation of the Horsemen.
God, I get
Horseman.
nothing, dude.
It's
I get nothing.
fucking
There's
awful.
the bird dog. The bird dog doesn't smell like anything but feet. There's no complexity. There's no like sweet feet. Like if I poured honey on your foot, you put your sock
Not on
on
my foot.
and ran a marathon, and then you squeezed your sweaty sock.
God, I'm gonna throw up.
Squeezed your sweaty sock. That's what this fuck. Ugh. That's what the bird dog smells like.
Look at that backdrop.
I didn't see it.
All Ric Flair.
The
Ric Flair backdrop,
mellow
you know.
corn smells musty
And terrible.
and bitter,
Awful.
and it smells like
Awful.
a corn husk. Like it smells like if you were
That somebody stepped on?
jogging behind a combine. That's what the mellow corn smells like.
I do that a lot.
And it's kicking up all the dust and like churning up all the, and like, you know, you can smell like the corn, like, cuz it's grinding up all the corn, but like there's all the dust and the dirt and the oil and the diesel fuel from a giant combine. Like that's what the mellow corn smells like. Now, all right, taste.
Yes. Double. Oh. Good God Almighty.
The bird dog is awful.
Both awful.
The
My
bird
God.
dog. The
Oh.
bird dog.
Let's go.
The woman and Elizabeth chasing out Malbangs and that other chick.
Malbangs McGee.
Malbangs McMichael.
That's what I meant.
So chilled and watered. Okay, I'm actually gonna give it an edge. Chilled and watered. The bird dog just tastes like a mouthful of honey with like a jalapeno burn on the back end.
Yeah. It's not as bad as the foot
Now hold
or
on.
the mellow corn.
Hold on. Now the mellow corn, chilled and diluted.
Guys.
Ugh.
This
So-
match is great.
So
It's Kevin Green and Mongo versus the best two ever. Yep, beat it, nerd.
I really thought I was gonna be able to argue with you
No.
that the mellow corn was better.
I wish you could
than
have.
bird dog.
I really wanted you to.
Ugh, it's bad,
so
dude.
bad.
Even chilled and diluted, it tastes like detasseling. It tastes like
mellow
it tastes
corn
like a
is-
day of detasseling.
The worst whiskey you've ever bought. Admit it.
I think I still put the mellow corn up against Finnegan's, which you bought.
No, you bought Finnegan's.
I did not buy Finnegan's. You bought Finnegan's.
Okay, maybe I did.
I think I would rather drink mellow corn than Finnegan's.
Really?
Oh, excuse me.
I'm not sure I would.
You know what that means.
I have an empty bottle somewhere.
Grudge match.
Let's go. Yeah.
Grudge match.
Yellow corn.
Finnegan's.
Finnegan's.
Finnegan's versus the mellow corn.
Goddamn.
Comment.
Oh, good God Almighty!
Comment. Tweet us. Do the fans want to
At
see?
J.M. McCaffrey.
Do the fans? Yeah. Tweet at J.M. McCaffrey or at Drunk Rasslin. Do you fans want to see the grudge match tasting between Finnegan's and mellow corn?
Mellow corn.
For which is the worst?
Mellow corn's terrible.
Was Finnegan's didn't even make Drunk Wrestling. Finnegan's was on.
Yeah,
Finnegan's was back when it was
pre-rad
Whiskey and
podcast.
Wrestling.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go do the research.
Man,
Motherfucker.
I don't know. I don't.
It's awful, dude. They're both awful. Bird Dog's terrible.
They are both off. They are really bad, man. These guys are top contenders, man. Mellacorn and Bird Dog are like.
Hey, if you guys
Fuck.
made Bird Dog, you should be ashamed of yourself. And if you guys made Yellowcorn, you're not watching this.
Well, Bird Dog is a whiskey that
right,
Bird Dog makes a bunch of whiskeys.
That's what I meant. You bought Yellowcorn from some fucking homeless guy on the corner.
No,
you know? Yeah, you did.
Bought it at the liquor store like everything else.
No. Yellowcorn got made in a bathtub. Bird Dog
with a guy in it.
Yeah.
With a corn detasseler in it.
Balls in it. And a corn detasseler. And Bird Dog may not have been made in a bathtub, but you know.
Oof. I poured them together. You ready?
God. Good God Almighty.
I'll try it. Hold on.
I love it. Cheers to you, my friend. This is a good time.
Didn't help. Didn't help.
Mellacorn's still terrible. Yeah.
Like when you pour them together, here, try that.
I'm not gonna try it.
Yeah, try it.
Oh,
when you pour them
like
together,
a foot and it smells worse.
That's why we're here, bro. That's why we're here. When you pour them together, all
fucking mother.
it brings out all the bad features of Mellacorn. With all the super sweet cloying like of features of the Bird Dog.
I hate you.
It's the worst.
Oh, it's so delicious.
Have we not paid attention to this match at all?
Not
Here comes Kevin Green on the hot tag. Shoulder tackles to Arn Anderson.
14th
Body
hot
slam
tag
on
match.
Ric Flair. Body slam on Anderson.
How
Here
great
we
does
go.
Kevin Green look?
Kevin
Yeah.
Green. He looks like he's been wrestling for 3 days. Big high back body drop.
He looks good though.
Look, Arn Anderson.
Hey,
Arn Anderson is
put
out.
all this baby oil on though. Yeah.
Oh, not a power slam.
You
Kevin
cannot do
Green.
this not power slam without not baby oil.
Get him, Kevin Green. Do a stink face. Look at Flair begging off. I'm going to just shove you. Irish whip across. You do your Flair thing. Big boot. Mongo. So Kevin
Good God
Green,
Almighty.
has Kevin Green got Panthers colors on?
Yeah.
And Michaels has Bears colors on?
Yep.
Okay.
I think Mongo only played for the Bears.
Suplex. Did Kevin Green...
Oh, good God Almighty!
Kevin Green goes down.
Don't celebrate like that.
That was an interesting. That was a good. This match, I will say, I just kind of gave Kevin Green shit for looking.
Came back, man. He was there in the
dude. This match.
97.
This match. Well, I remember he worked Big Show, didn't he? Does he work Big Show at Bash at the Beach?
Not this year.
Not this year. You sure?
No, yeah.
No. Was that the year? That was the same year. Was that the year Rodman was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Is that
but
same?
he was also there in 98. Wait, this is 96. Rodman was there in 97 and 98.
Okay.
Both. But 98, he came during the finals. And everybody was mad at him.
Kevin Green.
Rodman.
Oh, right. Oh, that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He missed a game to do this, right?
He didn't miss a game. He missed
He didn't
a lot.
miss a game.
He missed a practice.
He missed a practice. Okay.
Yeah. Which, it
Well,
didn't matter.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Didn't matter.
Right now, all we got is Kevin Green about to get the figure 4 from Ric Flair.
Oh, small package! Good God Almighty!
Hey, legit, this match looks like
What's
this is a good match. This is a good match.
What?
Kevin Green and Mongo McMichaels do not look completely out of place.
No.
You know, WrestleMania.
That's what you want, man.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at this.
Mr. T looked completely out of place in that match. Mm-hmm. I love that match. That match is chaos. That match is wild. But Mr. T looked completely out of place in that match.
Wanted to kill him.
Well, yeah. Piper was overprotecting the business. This match, these guys were working with Kevin Green and McMichaels. They wanted to have the best match possible. Benoit and Savage. Oh, look at this. Get him. Benoit's like, you can't possibly hit me as hard as Sullivan just did.
Nobody could.
And Ric Flair's still working that figure 4 on Kevin Green. Maul bangs McMichaels.
What?
Why is she? What's she doing with? What's happening?
She's with woman and
Elizabeth.
Good God,
Elizabeth.
Good God Almighty.
Good God Almighty.
Hey,
they
Mongo.
gave us a suitcase full
Look
of
at
money.
this, all this money. Oh.
Hey, it's always a woman, man.
God damn Deborah McMichael.
Deborah took the money.
Sake.
Deborah took the money. Every woman's got a price. Isn't that what the $1 Million Man used to say?
I don't think you said that, because we're now sexist and racist. Same episode. Yes!
Mongo, get off me. Mongo with the steel Halliburton to Kevin Green. It's over. Did they really just like Kevin Green just hung out in the figure 4 long enough while
Randy.
while all the chicks came down. What, brother? I thought you was one of us. Oh no! Out. Shit! Oh shit! Ow!
He's got my leg. Oh.
He's got my leg.
When do you guys want me to get in there? I got this Halliburton. Oops. Bend over, I'll show you. That was good.
So I got it. I'm just gonna jump in here.
Is pay-per-view over yet?
No.
Okay.
But that match,
Luger and
the finish of that match was dumb, man.
Yeah.
Right. Like the finish of that match was no good. Like for all that build up,
It was all for that. And how many times did McMichael hit the other two guys? Why?
he big booted Flair once.
No, man. He was in that match.
I mean, that doesn't matter. You know, he turned.
I know
it
doesn't matter, but it's still dumb.
But the women had to convince Maulbangs McMichaels to join them first, and they gave Maulbangs the Halliburton full of money, and then she went out and was like, "Hold on, Mongo, you didn't think of all this money," and Mongo was like, "Hold on, I didn't think of all this money," and then he put on the Horseman T-shirt and hit Kevin Green with Halliburton.
Yep. That's the match, bro.
Why would that happen, man? What the fuck? Who fucking booked this shit?
Why are you so mad?
'Cause
that's wrestling.
'Cause what the fuck, man?
Tag me, Steve.
Bonk.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Listen, I paid for this match.
You did.
I showed up for this match. They drew me in with this match, and then they just shit all over this match. That's what you want there.
Is that mellow corn?
Finish that off.
God damn it.
Finish that off.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you do.
I'd rather eat booger.
It's mostly bird dog.
You're mostly bird dog.
That's not true. Tonight, I'm mostly Ezra Brooks.
Oh, well. Oh, Eric Bischoff. Here we go. This is what this is why we're watching this. This right here.
No, I watched to see Steve McMichaels and Kevin Green beat up the Horsemen.
Man, fuck off. I'm about to throw up my dog's fucking... God, heaven. Ugh. It's fucking awful. It's awful. Come on out of here, outsiders. Uh-huh. You know, by this time...
Hey, why is... So...
denim jeans, denim vest...
And
Scott Hall could not do the Cuban accent anymore.
Scott Hall's got the denim jeans and the denim vest, and Kevin Nash is wearing the best outfit that Kmart had to offer.
I wore all those outfits to every punk rock show I went to in the 90s.
Dude, Scott Hall has combat boots on. Kevin Nash has some slippers with his white socks, and like, what? What's he wearing, man?
He wore that in the Punisher years later.
No, he didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, it was close. He wore like the red stripe. Like who approved that? That's the worst outfit I've ever seen on a wrestling show.
Really?
Like at least
straight denim?
At least the denim jeans and the denim vest looks silly. It looks like something. I don't know, man. Like he's got, like, Kevin Nash just has like a striped t-shirt and some stonewashed jeans. Like, it doesn't get more generic than that.
Well,
he doesn't even have Nikes on. He's got like slippers and white socks, man.
He does. Why did you even notice that? I'm so mad at you for noticing that.
Why? We were talking about their outfit. How am I not going to notice the shoes?
We were not talking about their outfit.
You brought up.
No.
You brought up the denim jeans and the denim vest.
Because that's a fucking Family Guy joke. That's all I think of.
Here it is.
Yes.
Jackknife.
Yeah. With loafers, apparently. Oh! Good God Almighty! Eric Bischoff's dead.
Now, like, apparently they just built that.
He's dead.
Part of the stage.
No.
Like,
Bischoff's dead.
Why is there a plywood table? Like, that's such an indie show thing. Like, we'll just build this plywood table, like a couple 2x4s and a piece of plywood.
Dude, WCW is an indie show.
I'm not denying that.
For years. Awesome. Hey. Oh, hey. Hey. Yeah. I love it, dude.
Dude. This is bad. Melicorn with the fucking bird dog.
Did you mix them?
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I poured them both together.
Why?
Remember when I told you, like the worst parts of the Melicorn and the worst parts of the bird dog is like the bird dog brought out the worst parts of the Melicorn?
What's wrong with you? You don't have to mix them, though. And drink them. That's poison. Pretty sure that's poison.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Fuck's right.
Bischoff's...
Wait. We still got Luger and the Giant. Thank God.
Thank God. I've been waiting for Luger and the Giant all night.
Oh, good God Almighty!
And
Dusty.
why does Dusty look?
Well, he
what
got
the hell's
hot.
going on, baby?
He got hot. I'm getting in there.
The motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm getting in there. Tony, look, you're fucking cummerbund. Goddamn. 1996 was better.
Call this
than now. Dusty's telling us how it is, and hopefully we're going to the ring soon, because we're so wrecked that Eric Bischoff, our Lord and Savior, just got jackknife through a fucking stage deal. Right? Right. Let's go, man. Dusty, we got Luger and the Giant to go. Let's go. Right? Oh, man, Dusty. It's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Man, they're genuinely concerned about Eric Bischoff, and that's awesome for what was going on. We got the PowerPoint, stock PowerPoint letters. Here comes Luger, tag team champion. Check it on Bischoff.
I can't believe it, baby. These two outsiders just think they can come into our promotion, and they think they can just run roughshod over everybody, and they take the president of the promotion, Eric Bischoff, who ain't done nothing to nobody, not never, and they just slam him through the stage, baby, and it's disgusting, and it just disgusts me. And luckily, Lex Luthor came out, and he came over to check on Eric Bischoff. And we know Eric Bischoff must be okay, baby, because Lex Luger said, "I'm gonna go to the ring. I'm gonna fight the Giant, baby."
Pretty sure that's everything he said. I think you nailed it, dude. Is there still any Miller corn in here?
I think that's your
I don't
drink.
know what's in here.
I don't know what you put in there. I think you just got water and tin cup.
God, I hope so. Oh, the Giant. Ah!
Jonesy.
Yo.
It's main event time.
Is it?
We're at the main event.
This is a main event.
Great American Bash, 1996. The Giant versus Lex Luger.
Oh, good God Almighty. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Sort of.
I mean, nobody cut each other's hair to get to this match, but
it's going to be great, though.
Is it?
Yeah. No.
How great's it going to be, Jonesy?
It's going to be great.
You were just singing
Michael
the praises.
Buffer's in there.
Well, yeah, because we got to get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
You good? You got it?
Sorry.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good stuff, though.
They always
they're employing Michael Buffer at this point.
They always have Michael Buffer, man.
Always. I mean, he was
the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy.
Yeah, I get it, but I didn't realize also that the Giant was the champ, or that
the Giant's barely been on. So we've watched 3 weeks of Nitro. The Giant has barely been on.
Yeah.
Luger has been, like, when we've seen Luger, it was more like he was defending, like we saw him in a tag team. Mm-hmm. Like, it's interesting. You know, we saw, what was the one thing we saw them do was when the Giant, I remember I laughed so hard because they did that spot where the Giant was out there for something. Was he beating up Ming? Giant was beating up Ming, I think. And Luger came out and attacked him. And then like Luger came out and attacked the Giant to save Ming. But then Luger just left. And we saw the Giant storm into the back. He was so mad he was going to go find Luger. Except that when they did the shot, Luger had come to the announce table where he was like talking to Bischoff and Heenan. But we could see... Like, we could see Luger at the announce table, and we could see the Big Show storm into the back behind him, looking for Luger. So that's the only thing I remember of them, like, building up this match, right?
Yeah. For sure. Could you imagine booking this?
Luger versus the Giant?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
What else would you book, bro?
Well, stuff.
You were just singing the praises of the Giant earlier. That's all I know.
I was not.
You said the Giant has never...
My daughter watches the Giant
on Netflix.
show on Netflix.
Yeah.
And he looks great here. You're right.
Oh, Luger just got booted
Oh!
right off the bat.
Oh!
Hey, what if this is just the match? What if the Giant
Hope it
just
is,
stomped him down and then choke slammed him?
Yes. Yes. Hit him with your forearm plate.
Big spill to the outside. I never know, like... Something always just hits me wrong about that when, like, big guys, like the Big Show used to do it a lot. I remember seeing Kane do it a lot, where, like, they take that big clothesline to the outside and they land on their feet, but then they just no-sell it and look pissed off. Like, they're mad, like, oh, I'm outside the ring now, I'm mad. Like, I don't know, something strikes me wrong about that.
Yeah.
Luger is taking it to the Giant. Here's some big, let's get it.
Some big, yeah.
Dude, I just don't give a fuck about this match.
No.
I don't know if it's because I'm lit.
Tuned in at all.
But you know what? That's, man. Is it? I guess it's what? Luger just jumped onto the Giant's back. They both almost fell over,
And
but
he's
then
like,
Luger
oh wait, you weigh
hiked back up
260
there.
pounds?
Right.
Didn't know.
Right.
Didn't know.
Like this match is not
It sucks, dude.
getting me hyped at all. Like I cared more about Sting and Regal. But is that because I know, like, is that a hindsight thing? Like in '96
I don't think so.
Were people juiced about Luger versus the Giant?
Nah.
How do you know?
I mean,
How do you know?
I watched them.
Oh, okay. Was that a commercial break?
I'm a
Giant. Oh. You're a WCW guy.
No,
You love WCW?
I'm a specimen one, and we did not care about this.
A specimen one? What the fuck is that?
Specimen of one. We did not care about this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. It was just, Hogan's gone.
Hogan's gone.
So now we have this.
So now, so Hogan's gone. So we've got the Giant and Luger.
Yeah.
For the win.
That's what we got, though.
I think it's interesting, like when you hear Bischoff talk today, and this is for all the smart marks. When you hear Bischoff talk today, he talks about how he never really wanted Luger around, and
who would?
He talks about, he says that he didn't really, he offered Luger an amount of money he hoped Luger would turn down. Mm-hmm. And he was surprised Luger took it, and maybe by the end of WCW, Luger had worked himself back up to where he had been when he left to go to the WWE, right? But, like, I feel like Luger came back in the prototype for the outsider spot, right? Mm-hmm. He showed up on the first Nitro like, oh, what the hell's he doing here?
Right.
And he was in the main event the entire time, so like he was in the main event just not making any money for it, like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, I don't know, there's like a disconnect there. And also, like, why the fuck, like, if you don't want Luger there, and we all know Luger sucks, and, the Giant is just, we know that they stopped the Giant from being trained here, right? They let him train for like a couple weeks to get the basics down, and then pulled him out and put him on TV so that he didn't learn how to work.
Right.
And now we're watching that match.
Yeah.
Explain it to me, Jonesy, because I don't get it.
I can't. Because
So
Luger is the shits, dude.
Luger's bad, right?
I hate it.
And the Giant at this
I
point,
hate just saying that.
Paul White learned how to work and became a staple in the industry. But here he was in his second year,
First year
still.
Yeah.
Like what what are we watching, man? And this is your main event.
But the only reason he was the champ was because Hulk had to go film something.
Was he working on now?
I don't know.
Probably a Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, probably. It's a good bet.
It just kind of shows that even though Bischoff wanted to do everything different than the WWE, and let's get some cruiserweights in here, and I'll let fucking John Tinto wrestle fucking Big Bubba, and Sting and Luger Sting and Regal can beat the fuck out of each other, and the tag match, Fire and Ice versus
Steiners.
The Steiners, right? We'll have a tag division that matters. They still came back to the Giant versus the Aesthetics guy because that's what sells, right?
That was the deal here, though.
But it was the deal. It's always been the deal, right?
They always, until this point, took the page
always until the day, right?
I don't know, man.
How many
right here?
But fuck, man. Later, how many John Cena versus the fucking Big Show matches have we had main event shows? How many fucking
But no, but I mean,
this is a formula where.
What are you trying to say, though?
I'm saying that this is the formula, like when it comes down to it, the mainstream professional wrestling is going to fall back on the Aesthetics guy versus the Giant.
Well, I mean, sure, but there's not that many Giants.
Right, but somehow wrestling finds them.
Sure, but I mean, wrestling's not a sideshow deal anymore. Like, they're ain't going to fight them before Hollywood does, or anything else does.
Okay. But I mean, maybe you're right. But I mean, this is a formula. I think it's noteworthy that this is the main event of this show.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
and then in 20 years, 20 years from today, we will still get a main event that is John Cena versus the Big Show.
Yeah.
And it's only just. And I'm not a fan of modern wrestling, but it's only just become a thing that we will see, like maybe a Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But even then, did we? What just main evented WrestleMania? Drew McIntyre versus Brock. I mean, Brock's not physically a giant, but Brock feels like a fucking giant.
Yeah.
And Goldberg versus Braun, you know, like to this day, like they just give us this same match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Both show.
I wasn't even paying attention. What the Giant win with?
Choke slam.
Giant choke slam on Luger. Giant's unstoppable. Yep. Fucking, he's in that camera. Damn.
Inside of it.
Damn. They had to take off the front lens for the Giant to get in there.
All right, man.
Is that it?
Moving on.
Did we reach the end of this pay-per-view?
We did.
Hey.
Great American Bash.
Great American Bash 1996, right? Hey, I'm down, brother. This was a good pay-per-view. I've spent credits?
Yeah.
We don't have credits anymore.
No, we don't.
Hey, I've spent a lot of time. I spent a large amount of time, maybe, and I don't know because I'm pretty lit at this point, bitching about the main event. And that main event, Lex Luger versus the Giant, it can suck me. It can suck me all the way.
Sucked.
I barely paid attention to that match. I didn't give a fuck about that match. I've been watching all the Raws all the Nitros leading up to this, and I didn't give a fuck about that match. Mm-hmm. You know, I kind of feel like I have to say, I kind of feel like nothing led up to this match specifically. You know, like it's an interesting thing to see because nowadays, the only thing, well, we've seen, so we watched 3 Nitros, right? Mm-hmm. To lead up to this, and we've seen Mongo and Kevin Green training every week, and we've seen the Horsemen having matches every week, awesome matches. And there's been promos, but it's not like we've seen run-ins, and we haven't seen like guys jumping each other and fighting, you know, in the alleyways to build up this match. Yeah, we haven't seen anything for the Giant and Luger. We saw one spot to build up the Giant and Luger, right? No. Did we see more? I don't think we saw more. We saw one spot.
1 week before, that's it.
Yeah,
that's all we saw.
You know, there was nothing to build up this pay-per-view. Now, I enjoyed the shit out of this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view had some great matches.
Good pay-per-view.
There was a lot to the Steiners and
Fire and Ice.
Opened it. Yeah, that opened it. That was a fun match to be like, holy shit, look at these big-ass dudes beating the fuck out of each other.
Right, yeah.
Right? We enjoyed the cruiserweight match. Dean Malenko versus Rey Mysterio was a hell of a match. Awesome. DDP Buff versus Buff. That match was a lot of fun. It's real fun to see DDP at this stage in his career. For sure, right? Man. Sting versus Regal, right? like that match was bananas.
Yeah.
It was good shit, man. I think this was a good pay-per-view.
It was a good pay-per-view.
The fucking Horsemen versus Kevin Green and Mongo would have been a good match. We got a little distracted because we had a grudge match of our own. But
terrible grudge match. Worst ever.
the drunk. We had a drunk Rasslin grudge match.
Yeah, we
did. And the main event can suck it. Jonesy.
Yo.
What are you gonna rank Great American Bash 1996 at?
Among what? I loved it, man.
I'm gonna give it.
This is my favorite.
I am gonna give Great American Bash 1996 3. Good God Almighty's.
What? 3 out of what?
Out of 3 Good God Almighty's. I don't know. How many do you?
What's the scale?
Fuck. How many do we need?
Fuck is right.
5? I don't know. What do you want?
Good God
5,
Almighty.
6, 7?
I fucking love WCW around this time. I hate that I admitted that, but
WCW is good, man. I'm kind of.
It's great.
I am more than a little blown away at how good WCW is.
It's great.
The Nitros, I did not, like I said, I didn't watch a lot. I watched a lot of Nitros in the Monday Night Wars, but it was a lot of flipping back and forth. I don't think. What are you doing? Calm down here. I'm trying to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
Shut your mouth.
Pull your shit together, man.
I am. What's going on?
I'm trying to close the podcast.
What podcast? Are we on air?
Jesus Christ. All right. Stop. Guys,
We did great.
thank you for joining us for this very special Memorial Day weekend pay-per-view podcast.
Extravaganza.
It's been a long one, so thank you for sticking with us. If you're still with us, please like, comment, subscribe, comment below. If leave us a rating on any of your podcast apps, leave us a rating. You can find us on YouTube for the video versions. If you prefer the audio versions, you can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you like to find your podcast. And if we are not on your favorite podcasting app,
Tell us.
DM us. Slide all up in our DMs and let us know, and we will figure out how to get on your favorite podcasting app.
We'll get all up in there.
Follow us on Facebook. Send us a comment. Send us a request. We would love to do a video. We would love to do a watch-along of your favorite match. So let us know. Or you can tweet us at @drunkrasslin on Twitter.
Tweeter.
Guys, thank you for joining us tonight, this weekend, this time. As always, we ask you to drink responsibly, and we will see y'all next week on the Drunk Rasslin Podcast.